is actually crazy that you spent that much on like pancakes at the International House of Burgers.
Right. Just
It's pancakes, man.
It's
It was
burgers.
temporarily IHOP.
thank you.
It was temporarily. It was temporarily.
Hey,
You know what?
hey, that was branding.
The funny thing about the IHOP thing was that they announced that it was only going to be for 30 days, and people still freaked out reading that press release. Like the outrage over the fact that it was going to be for temporary was immense. I've never seen people be like,
yeah, man,
told, hey, this is not going to be like
change is scary.
Like cancel culture is one thing, but to be told that this isn't even permanent.
Cancel culture is crazy. Dang, that motorcycle go vroom vroom.
I feel like that had nothing to do with cancel culture. That was just like, I don't know. I feel like that time it wasn't cancel culture. But I feel like cancel culture was like millennials and Z. I think that was the boomers like, you can't take IHOP.
No, that was
You
that was
can't
100.
take my IHOP.
That was 100% cancel culture because they were also like trying to like dig into IHOP's history all of a sudden to like prove just how problematic they were. Like I'm like, where did this come from? This is over burgers. They've always had burgers. This isn't new.
But they weren't the International House of them.
Yeah, man. You talking about International House of Burgers? Like, yo, listen, you act like In-N-Out ain't right there, bro. Like,
fuck, I could go for some In-N-Out right now.
Like Burger King's right there. Anything else that does burgers is right there.
I'd like some In-N-Out.
That's almost like fucking like what is it? Like Del Taco changed their name to like I don't know Del Burger for like a month because they do have a burger. They have
a burger.
Regular.
They have
double
a
cheeseburger and a double cheese bacon burger.
Yeah, Benny used to get those.
Actually, those burgers aren't bad.
I mean, they're regular like basic burgers. It's not like it's hard to fuck up.
You think it would be worse?
Yeah, it's hard to fuck up, but like good on them.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just
I haven't had a Del Taco burger in years.
Yeah,
but like when I was a kid, they were garbage.
Yeah, no, it's just a burger with like a slightly toasted bun, some Thousand Island dressing, and like some lettuce and cheese.
Yeah, I'm sick of the Thousand Island dressing. Like people are trying to be fucking In-N-Out. Like that's not what animal style is. Please stop with the fucking Thousand Island dressing. Like McDonald's does it.
He's lying to you people. It is exactly what that is. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
No, because I've put Thousand Island dressing on my fucking burger, and it doesn't taste like a goddamn In-N-Out. It tastes like a Big Mac, or it tastes like a fucking the shit from Carl's Jr., which I hadn't had in years.
Because you haven't. You didn't toast anything, right?
It's called secret sauce.
No. But go off, sis.
It was like I had Carl's Jr. on that trip for the first time in years, and I ended up having like 3 of their burgers because not only were they cheap, they also weren't like very big. So I ended up having like 3 different burgers, and the jalapeno burger was really good.
Was crazy to me was Derek fucking like the next morning after we got there, and Derek's just like, here you go, and he comes back with like 16 chicken sandwiches, and I'm like, bro, what is this all for? He's like, it's just in case, like they're cheap and I can just eat them, really quick.
Yeah.
If I get hungry,
shove them in your mouth hole and eat them.
Yeah, like literally. And I was like, bro, it's like that's a lot of chicken sandwiches. I was like, well, hey, it's easy. I was like, all right, bro, if you want to, all right, man.
Okay, so let me explain it in a little bit more detail.
You don't need to explain that in any form of more detail. That is not something that needs to be.
Man, let him defend himself. Let him cook.
It's not the defense. I was just like surprised because I've never seen anyone buy that many like ever.
Oh well, okay. So first of all, this is the first time you and I have hung out. When I buy food that I'm sharing with friends, I intentionally buy more than enough. If I can afford to buy it, I make sure to buy more than enough because I've been in those situations where my friends buy me food, and because I eat a lot, I don't end up getting full, and I'm like, okay, I have to pretend like that was enough,
Bro
and
called
then
me a fat ass in cursive. That's crazy.
as soon as I get home, I have to buy more. So, like, I don't do that to my friends. Like, if y'all aren't gonna eat it, guess what? I will. Like,
Guess
it's not
what?
that big a deal.
It goes in the bottomless pit now.
Exactly. So I don't mind at all. And the other thing is I budgeted for literally every meal on that trip, and buying an obscene amount of like
of chicken
cheeseburgers.
sandwiches was on the
Yeah,
menu.
it was actually under the budget, so I for that meal. So I definitely didn't feel guilty. Like,
Bro
I'm like,
said,
oh, cool.
does it fit within the budget? Brain department said, sir, this doesn't affect the budget at all.
Cool. Let's just go for it then. Fuck it.
I want all the
I don't think that applies to you, sir.
It applies now.
Guys, boigas. I need all the boigas.
Like, that shit was crazy. It was hilarious because like I've never seen anyone have that many chicken sandwiches. Like it was only like it was like 10 because I think we had like 5 each.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boigas.
It was just like, all right, bro, that's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm for my trip in April when I go to Disneyland. I'm gonna have to. We're already talking about grocery shopping ahead of time.
Crazy.
So to budget for it specifically, because Disneyland's expensive. Like, I understand if you want to have like a meal here and there, but like, fuck, is it gonna be hard to be able to afford
and everything else go burger, you know?
I'm just talking meals. You're right that all that shit is expensive, but that all gets paid for ahead of time. It's the meals. Like, the budget I had is too little for Disneyland. For Disneyland meals.
You're not thinking hard enough. You're not trying hard enough.
I mean,
anything's possible when you starve yourself.
I'll probably end up having a no. What the fuck? I'll probably have a few meals at Disneyland. I don't know why I wouldn't. But
I want a churro from Disneyland.
I can't. Well,
so did I.
If everything goes according to plan,
it's almost as if nobody loved us that day.
What are you talking about? Oh, y'all in the fucking god damn it! It wasn't in the budget.
Wow.
That
was in the budget.
It wasn't in the budget.
It was like $5, Derek.
Yeah, for a fucking churro.
Yeah, it was a nice churro.
You know what?
He would have split it.
He doesn't
listen.
love Quincy. That's all
I'm going back. I'm going back
wild.
to Disneyland in April. At least that's the plan. April or May, probably April. And
crazy that he doesn't care about his Quincy.
If y'all want to come, we're gonna try and make it a group thing. But I don't think you guys are gonna be able to go all the days I'm going. But
bold of you to assume.
I assumed that I'd be able to hang out with all of you last time, and that only worked for like a day. So
2 days.
24 hours. How about that? And that's being generous.
36 hours.
No. What? That doesn't apply here.
33.
Alright.
30 hours, take it or leave it.
Final
bad
answer,
at math, aren't you?
bitch.
But yeah. But yeah, I owe you. How about this? I owe you both a churro.
Damn, Skippy.
I owe you both one churro, though. Y'all will have to split it.
Good.
I didn't want to share with that bastard anyway.
I was gonna give him the smaller half anyway.
Wow, you piece of shit. But anyway, welcome to the Gatcha Gang podcast, the most consistently inconsistent show that we have going here. I'm Edison, your host, and these are my two co-hosts, Derek and Quincy. Say hi.
What's up, fuckers?
I'm just a host.
All right, he's gonna do this every time. Anyway, so we're here today. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one.
It's been a very rough one.
It's been
Really been rough?
It's been a rough
Everybody
one.
okay?
It's been rough.
The fact that we're recording way later than we usually do.
Way later, but
they
that's not what I
don't know
meant.
that. They don't
do
know
now.
that. If we edit that out, we still seem like we're the still good, upstanding gentlemen. So edit this part out.
I'm not.
Nah.
Fuck.
I'm not.
Have you listened to the openings that Ed leaves in? There's a ton of them where there's just dead air. We don't edit shit on this podcast.
Oh, God. Damn it.
We are raw and unfiltered.
Giggity.
Relax.
What?
Yeah.
Raw.
Unless
Ladies
Derek's
like
gonna
it
start
that way.
editing these things.
Hell no.
See, and there you
He's
go.
a little raw.
Relax, Quincy.
As it is, I already work this week, especially. I'm working 6 days, so my day off needs to be used for something.
It
for me.
must be nice
Sleep
being able to work.
and editing.
I might record another reaction video tonight and then edit it tomorrow.
Oh boy, Quincy, you hear that? You're a reaction again.
Whoa. I did the last one. It's your turn.
No,
now.
I
y'all don't
did
have
too.
To do it. Y'all, yeah, I'm not. I was gonna do it by
Okay,
myself. I was gonna
Oh.
do it by myself. I wasn't gonna force anybody to do this one with me.
Well, you're not forcing anybody. That's why Ed volunteered.
Huh?
Yeah, that's why Ed volunteered.
I didn't volunteer. Did you? That's
Huh?
crazy.
What?
I didn't
Wow,
know
you're
that
just gonna
you
back out on your
volunteered,
friend
Quincy.
like that?
Wow, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Saying
Oh my
it is a
God.
real weird way to say
Dang.
Quincy.
I'm sorry.
That's wild.
I'm sorry. It's him. It's is. It ain't so good ever since the accident.
Not the
Yes,
accident.
the accident.
Like I say his name and he thinks I'm talking about me, and I'm like, why would I talk about me this
You
week?
ignorant ass bitch.
I don't know, man. I just kind of smile and nod at him.
I
Sometimes.
smile and nod. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Smile and wave.
Quincy's a menace to society. So, how's everybody
I'm
been
not
doing?
minutes.
I've been good. I've been watching like a lot of ranking videos for like Disney movies and Pixar
This
and
man
stuff
really
like that.
did
He
become a
is still
Disney
on that
boy.
wave.
I became a Disney adult, but I've also been watching like rankings for like DreamWorks and stuff like that too, and like Blue Sky and shit like that I just
This boy
never
really
acknowledged.
is a Disney boy.
That's crazy. Look at him. You just love Disney, don't you?
You sure do.
I
love
do.
Disney.
I really do.
That's crazy.
Listen, we can't have that. All right, man.
What?
It's exclusively
have
family friendly. I should be totally allowed to do that.
Nah,
No, man. I'm the Disney guy, and that's
Since-
my thing. You can't take my thing.
Okay. You know what? Then I have a question for you, Disney guy.
Go ahead.
What has I'm gonna give you 3 options. Okay.
Oh God. 3.
Which one has the best soundtrack of a Disney movie? Of the 3. Of the 3.
Okay.
Hercules, Tarzan, or Mulan?
Fuck.
Damn.
First of all, we
He threw the heavy hitter at you.
Mulan, let's be honest. I love Mulan, but we're talking about soundtracks in general.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
So
when will my reflection show who I
that's
am
just one song. That's just like
inside?
one song. And like Be a Man is a good one. But we're talking about hit after hit after hit. After
Okay,
hit.
look, Be a
Tarzan.
Man.
Tarzan.
Tarzan is. Phil
Girl
Collins had no
fighting for it?
reason. Yeah, girl was fighting for it.
Yeah,
but like,
Girl We're Fighting For is good. Tarzan.
when will my reflection show? Like, come on now.
Tarzan.
Be a Man. All of that's a banger.
And
I
like
mean,
here's the thing. When I think of those movies, when I think of Hercules and Tarzan, like Hercules, those muses, who puts a G in Gladiator?
Yeah.
Hercules. That's cool. I like that. But when I think about all like songs like banger after banger, like that whole thing when the beat drops when there's like son of man, and you see like fucking Tarzan look at the camera and the music plays like yo, this white boy with dreads is us doing it.
this white boy with dreads is doing it.
He's
He
doing it.
kind of
Oh my
going
God.
crazy.
He going ham and cheese.
Dude,
So
Son of Man is a great
You know,
song.
everybody says
That
Son of
song is
Man.
amazing.
Everybody says Son of
yeah,
Man, and I don't actually know which song that is.
when he says
You,
"Son of Man" over and over again.
I don't
yeah,
remember that song. Like,
Strangers Like Me
I,
is
I'm,
also fucking amazing.
I'm pretty sure Son of Man wasn't that the one in the montage where he like goes from kid to like it's basically like the Hakuna Matata
Yes,
but for
yes,
Tarzan how he becomes older.
exactly. It is at the
Yeah,
beginning of the movie. Yeah.
yeah, it's the
maybe
Hakuna
that's why.
Matata song. Yeah,
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries for the rest of
Yeah.
your days.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Tarzan. Oh wait, what do you say, Derek? Because
I think
Hercules is a close second, but
I
Tarzan
think
I think wins.
I think for me of the three, because those are my three favorites. Um,
Simple, man.
I will go. I will probably go Tarzan first, and
Yup,
then
Mulan.
Mulan second, and then Hercules third. Only
Yeah,
because
I agree with
I
that.
feel like Hercules' songs are just they're very much and this is going to sound obvious, but they're very musical. Like they
Yeah.
tie to the story
What?
so much more than Mulan's. The Mulan songs you could take out. You don't even need to know that it's from a movie. Like
Uh,
they all stand on their own. And
downloaded those songs.
Tarzan is all of those songs are great too, but they do kind of tell the story. But Mulan's songs, absolutely, you can just do whatever you want with.
Oh, Mulan had bangers. We got Reflection. We got Girl Worth Fighting For. We got Be a Man, and we also got
True to Your Heart.
yeah, True to Your Heart. But they didn't play that till the like credits, right?
Yeah, it's the very end of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Very end of the movie, they played True to Your Heart, and wasn't it done by my man Stevie Wonder?
I don't know.
Stop. No.
Ah,
You got Stevie Wonder singing True to Your Heart. Done. This banger. Gotta be true to your heart. Oh,
that
that
was
song
that
is a
song.
good
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Yeah. Banger. Absolute
He's
banger.
right, you know.
Don't you know? And plus, I didn't really watch Hercules that much. One of my favorite places to go in Kingdom Hearts, but like I didn't really watch the movie that much.
He's a traitor.
Sorry, what movie? I was distracted.
Hercules, yeah, Hercules. I didn't really watch Hercules that much. Like my cousin, the only reason I
Oh,
watched Hercules a bunch, like not a bunch, but more than I would have, is because my cousin was obsessed with Hercules and Meg. So
dude, I like her. Like I've made it known. I'm obsessed with Greek mythology. But even before that, like I love that movie. Um, and like Hades in mythology is one of my favorite characters, but especially in that movie, I think it's James Woods is the voice of him. He's so
yeah,
fucking perfect, just everything he does. Even though that's not how Hades acts in myth at all, he's still great as that character in that movie.
I like it.
I
He's
do
so
too.
good.
Some might say Picasso.
It's like, there you go. See, Disney person. That's me.
Yeah,
Took it away
that's my
from
new
him,
thing.
Derek. Took it away from him. Now he has no identity.
I mean,
Exactly. I might as well
we
just
could
delete Dreamlight Valley right now.
we
Might
could
as
be
well.
Disney people together.
Nah, it's not how it
Gasp.
works, man. You've
Gasp.
said the
Gasp.
unthinkable.
How could you? Bite thine tongue before thou speaks to me that way.
No, yeah, I like. I'm thinking about going through all of the Pixar movies that I've never seen before because there's a few that I haven't seen, especially some of the recent ones.
Like the good dinosaur?
Yeah, I have not seen The Good Dinosaur. That is exactly
Who's
one of the ones I
really
was thinking
seeing a
about.
good dinosaur, though?
Apparently, no one.
Who's
It was the worst
And-
performing Disney Pixar movie.
Yep.
Sucks
I also
couldn't be me.
I want to rewatch Cars because I hated Cars as a kid.
You did.
And so
You remember you saying that.
I kind of want to retry the entire franchise to see maybe if I Just maybe if I've
I
grown.
don't know about the entire franchise.
Cars 3 apparently is like right next to the Good Dinosaur.
Like,
Oh, I've heard the exact opposite. I've heard that Cars 3 is better than Cars 1.
I mean, but
uh,
like performing wise.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, my favorite Disney movie isn't something that performed well either. So fuck them.
and that
What's yours?
is.
Wally.
Wally
Okay,
didn't
but
perform well?
it did, but
No.
it didn't.
Mhm.
Like, it made its money back, but I don't think it made its money back domestically, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
And
Always the
but
domestics.
it was also a critical hit on DVD. So that's another important thing, because like you're right, it didn't do well, but you know what other fucking Disney movie, and this isn't an animated one, you know what other Disney movie didn't do well in the theaters but did really well on Blu-ray was fucking John Carter. Did you ever see that movie?
That's really
I like
random.
John Carter.
That's really random.
John Carter was so fucking
flopped.
good. It flopped hard. They
It
didn't.
was so weird.
It flopped so
That was a
fucking
weird
hard
choice.
that they didn't even there was not even any toys or anything made for it. They knew it was gonna fail before it even fucking tried.
I liked it though.
I loved that movie. That movie was amazing.
Yeah, because I remember when I was watching, my dad was like, "John Carter." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "Yeah, this is old. John Carter is like something back in the day." And I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is like a remake." I didn't know it was a remake until my dad said something. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh shit!" And I watched it. It was cool. It didn't do
Word of
well.
law.
It's when they were experimenting, because I think that was around the same time Tron Legacy came out.
I believe it is as well. Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
him.
No. That
Disney
movie.
folk.
That movie was
Also,
amazing.
well, the thing that kills me, what happened to that actor? He seemed like he was on an uphill trend. He
Taylor
was the main
Kitsch.
character. He was the main character, John Carter, and then he was the best part of X-Men Origins Wolverine because he played Gambit.
No, he was terrible as Gambit.
I loved Gambit in that one. Everyone I know was like Gambit was dope as shit. Like
I
he
was
I
a
preferred
horrible
Will
dude.
I Am.
Damn.
Will.i.am wasn't Gambit.
No, I honestly, Ryan Reynolds in that movie, you bite your fucking tongue. Ryan Reynolds was the best part until they fucking closed his goddamn mouth off.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds was only there for what, like 5 minutes.
A little bit more than
Long
that, but
enough
yeah.
to steal our hearts.
So like Ryan Reynolds wasn't really there for too long, but I like the Gambit. When they're making a Gambit movie, I was like, oh, they can use the same character. Oh, it's Channing Tatum. That's
Yep.
weird.
And then that
That's
failed.
weird.
That movie is okay. That movie never came out.
Yeah. No. But it failed in pre-production.
No, but it hasn't been canceled yet.
No, it's been canceled.
Because I remember there was an interview. It was like this year where they asked Channing Tatum about Gambit. He was like, I don't know what's happening. It hasn't been canceled yet. Like I asked, they said it's not canceled. It's just in limbo.
Because that was part of the whole Fox thing, and the Fox thing is gone now. Like,
yeah, the Fox thing is gone now. But I remember when it first happened, they said they're like, oh, because Disney was trying to be good guy. Disney was like, yo, we're still gonna do these like Fox movies, but everything else is being canceled. And one of those these Fox movies was the Gambit movie with Channing Tatum.
but yeah.
It's still weird. They might as well just say LOL JK. Just put a press conference. Make the JPEG and all it says is LOL JK.
So for he's in something coming up called Painkiller.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I saw it's a TV miniseries. I don't know what it is, but I knew I saw him in something.
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix.
Real fancy way to say ibuprofen.
But he was also in 21 Bridges.
Oh,
Which
I thought you were
was-
gonna say he was also in
21
Jump Street.
Yeah, he was in
No.
21 Jump Street. With
was,
21
yeah.
Bridges, that was with wasn't Chadwick Boseman in that movie?
Yep, that's Chadwick Boseman's movie. I own it. I haven't even seen it though.
It's on Netflix still, isn't it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure
Is it?
Netflix put money behind it. That's where I saw it at first. Was Netflix 21 Bridges?
Hmm. I need to watch that movie. I keep meaning to watch it because it actually seemed really interesting, and I bought it, and then he passed away, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this movie tonight in honor of him, and then I never did because that was
Wow.
while
It's
I was
fine.
moving.
We honored him in different ways.
I mean, he was built different.
He was. That man had like the cancer for so long and was still playing Black Panther for us.
He even voiced the what if when nobody else would do their own because he
Yeah.
really wanted to be that character that badly.
Yeah,
So
he
good
said
for
he
him.
wanted T'Challa to keep going, and then that's why like when they did the second Black Panther movie, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna get rid of. They made it seem like, oh, we're just gonna get rid of T'Challa, and I was like, Chadwick wouldn't want that. Like literally, when they asked him like, oh, voicing Black Panther, and what if he's like, I love T'Challa, and I feel like they shouldn't stop using T'Challa. Like just because he dies, he doesn't want T'Challa to die with him.
T'Challa
Okay,
is Chadwick Boseman.
it's also like I didn't really everybody who gets mad with like them not using or them using Shuri as the new Black Panther. At least that's canon. At least there's a precedent for that. Like
Yeah, they don't care
it's
about canon.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they don't.
because it's better than doing the whole. And I'm sorry because I know that there's certain Marvel fans that will completely fucking disagree with me. It's better than turning Shuri into a fucking alien angel hybrid bullshit.
Nah, man, that was better.
Well, hold on. Alien, wait, what the fuck is this? Did I miss a movie? What do you mean?
No, that's all in the comics. Like
Did
they
I
she
miss a
Oh.
movie?
after she's like her as Black Panther was so poorly received in the comics that they basically killed her off so that T'Challa could take the spot, and then eventually they retcon it. She just comes back and she's an angel now, and
Yeah, man.
she's got superpowers and all kinds of stuff, and it's like
Makes sense to me.
people like that run, but like I fucking hated it. I'm like this. You could have come up with a better way to keep her alive, and this was not it, Chief.
I like what they did in the Avengers video game, where like T'Challa was like, "I'm gonna help the Avengers because like corrupted vibraniums around the Earth and vibraniums are responsibility." And then his sister was like, "You can't be Black Panther out in the world and be the king of Wakanda at the same time." And he was like, "Well, that's why you're gonna be the queen." So like, Zuri is the queen of Wakanda, and T'Challa's being Black Panther with the Avengers. I thought that was cool.
It was pretty hot.
Yeah, and she had a whole ceremony and everything, which is kind of funny because she gets the ceremony after you beat Claw, and then when Claw comes back and he's like, "I'll get Princess Zuri," she's like, "Oh, he wasn't there for the coronation."
Mm,
Like, oh, I'm queen now. Say, put some respect on my name, basically.
not
But
the respect.
I mean, the way they did it in the movie, that I didn't really want to see Zuri be Black Panther for too long. If she was just interim Black Panther, because she was only Black Panther for like really, she was only Black Panther for like the last half of the movie. If you really think about it, like most of the movie, it was the Dora Milaje and her mother kicking ass, and then after Black Panther 2 spoilers, after her mother died, then that's when she's like, I'm gonna be Black Panther. But then she did a decent job. She was just fueled by rage, which is why she saw like Killmonger in her vision instead of she thought she was going to see her brother.
Suck. Shouldn't have been so angry.
Yeah, just like she saw Killmonger. It's like, what's up, cuz? It's like, oh shit,
It's like,
that's my
what?
boy. and then
Michael B. Jordan, what are you doing here?
And now M'Baku is Black Panther, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be like I'm pretty sure M'Baku. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing. M'Baku's only going to be Black Panther for like half the next movie, and then some time wickety wackety bullshit's going to happen, and like T'Challa's kid is going to be like 30, like 25 or 20 or something, and then T'Challa's going to be Black Panther again.
T'Challa.
Yeah,
But
and
not
man,
T'Challa.
God.
So I haven't watched Black Panther 2.
You're a menace to
No, it's on Disney
society. You need
Plus.
to be put down.
Give it a watch. It's fine. Just give it a watch.
I
I rewatch
but
it every now and then for the wrong
well,
reasons.
I mean, I
Yeah,
love the first. Like
you
the
watch
what
it
do
for
you?
Lupita Nyong'o.
She's fucking
What's wrong
fire.
with that? What's wrong with that?
He's not
That is
watching
a
it to support
beautiful
something that
dark skinned
Chadwick
woman.
loved. He's doing it
That is a
for horny reasons.
beautiful dark. That is a beautiful dark skinned
No
woman.
one is
I would
denying
risk
that.
it all.
No one is denying that.
I would
But you
risk it
need to
all for
stop.
Lupita.
You need to get some help.
When they did the swimming scene and she was in the swimsuit, I'm like, ah, Marvel, I love you so much. But, you know,
You do watch that movie for the wrong reasons, then.
Thank you.
all right.
But
Back
the,
to
re-
you.
the thing I wanted to bring up is like that whole franchise, and to be fair, a lot of Marvel movies, they've completely changed a lot of these characters, and it's so fucking funny to me. Like, M'Baku is the man-ape in the comics, and man-ape has been killed off so many times, mostly because he's a joke character. The thing is, M'Baku is like one of the most respected characters in the entire franchise. Like, everybody loved him the first time around.
We love you,
So-
M'Baku.
We will eat you. No, we are vegetarians.
Yeah, like, and like,
Hold on a fucking carrot.
even
Yeah.
even
His
when
idea, too.
what's it called, the fight happens at the beginning of the movie. I thought that was going to be it for M'Baku. Like, I didn't think that, you know, he was gonna, you know, stick around or come back later in the movie, because that first fight with Manape to become king is the only real important part that he plays. That's the only like major role he has in T'Challa's life. After that, he's just like he's like Stiltman, essentially. He's not important. He's a joke. Nobody likes him. And then look at him. The other one is Lupita Nyong'o's character. She was a Dora Milaje first, and then she goes evil because she realizes that, you know, spoilers for the original comics, you're supposed to, like, all of the Dora Milaje are his women. Like, you're a concubine, basically. You're not just his bodyguard like you are in the movie. We've glossed over that now in the movies, but like in the comics, they're all concubines who can fight, essentially.
I mean, why else would he have bad bitches?
And why else would, I mean, they do that in the video game. They always call him my beloved. All the Dora Milaje call him beloved.
Then that is way more accurate then. But she basically just goes rogue. She's not like some big main character. She's very small to the franchise, and then they've given her Lupita Nyong'o, and it's like, all right, this character's worth a damn now.
I mean, yeah, because Lupita Nyong'o, like literally the first person cast for Black Panther was Lupita.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
Because they're just like, because she's like, Marvel came to her, and she was just like, oh, okay, you know, they're like, Marvel wants to put me in something, you know, they're like, oh, you're a good actress, and they got the writer for Black Panther, and he's like, and she's like, oh, you were gonna make Black Panther, what's it about? And then he pitches her Black Panther, and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be out this, you know, beautiful, like, you know, black country that's technologically advanced. It's a, you know, basically breaks down how it's supposed to be really big, a cultural thing for like black people, and she stopped for a second, it's like, did Disney greenlight it yet? Because this doesn't sound like something Disney would greenlight. And he's like, oh yeah, they greenlit it.
Yeah, they say yes.
And she's like, oh, okay, oh yeah, all right, let's go.
Swear.
No man. And then the cast interviews, like they did one with Lupita, the chick who plays Yuri, and the chick who plays Okoye, and they were just like, hey, where were you guys at during the when you got the call to be in Black Panther? And like Lupita and the other chick was like, "Oh yeah, we were like in the middle like filming another movie or doing whatever." And chick who played Jerry, she's like, "I was on the bus to get this fast food job." And then she was like, "They're like, what?" It's like, "Yeah, y'all." She's like, "These girls bougie. I was struggling."
Yes, as one does as a young actor.
She was like, "I was sitting there. I was on the bus about to go put an interview to a fast food job." And they was like, "Ah, you got the part as jury." And she was like, "Yes."
Thank you.
It's like, "Ah, look at y'all." I mean, I think Lupita's had money like her whole life. I think like her dad is like
Yeah, her
up
dad's a
there. Yeah,
fucking
we
like
looked. Yeah,
yeah,
what was it? Because we looked it
some
up.
like
Like,
fucking
yeah,
ambassador or something for
yeah,
like
like yeah.
he is the
Well,
Black Panther.
she's also been doing movies since she was fucking young.
Yeah, but she comes from money and
Yeah, she
is
comes
like
from.
so like not to discredit any of her talents,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like
she does good work. Yeah, some people come from money. Like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry. Look at Jaden Smith.
oh.
Yeah, look at Jaden
All
Smith.
right, let's see where this is going.
Oh.
That boy comes from money. That boy didn't. You're the son of Will Smith. You think like that would be enough to just be like, I could open any door. And since my dad's Will Smith and my mom is
Jada
fuck
Pinkett Smith.
yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith. Like they're both good actors. You think that that would be a jump pad to being like, I got the acting training that they got from them, or they give me like a bomb ass acting teacher, and because my last name is Smith, it opens up any door I want to get any role. But that didn't happen.
Hold on. Okay, so in Jaden Smith's case, I think so. He did the Karate Kid movie, which he was very respected for doing. And
Yes.
then he got Twitter. And once he got Twitter, I think they were a lot less likely to hire him because of that. They're like, oh, this boy doesn't shut up. And he says the most benign bullshit. Why don't we get somebody who can actually do a job?
Well, even with that, his acting, everyone's like his acting's not the greatest. Like the only movies I know him in is like you said, The Karate Kid. He did After Earth with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And also like his dub that he did for Netflix. I can't remember. He dubbed
Yo,
a character, and
Oh yeah.
that wasn't
Neo,
that
Forgot
wasn't
about
received
that.
well either.
Neo Yokio, I think is what it was called, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. It was not received well either.
Okay,
No man,
I
that's
want
such a
to.
good thing. It
Can,
was such a good
can I?
like Netflix thing.
Can I actually like defend Jaden Smith in this case? He
It was
was
just all
not the only problem with that. It looked like garbage. The script was garbage. It was supposed to
Nah
be
man,
funny, and it
you don't
really
see good
wasn't.
you don't see good material when it's in front of you, man.
The only good thing that he's done.
Do we need to watch that as a group?
No.
Jesus. The only good
No.
thing that Jaden did is like, I would say better than everything else is like music. Like Icon, I ain't gonna lie, Icon's a banger. Like it gets repetitive, but it's a banger. And then he did the theme song for Miles in the Miles Morales game. That's Jaden's song in the Miles Morales video game.
Good for
Huh.
him.
I've never played the
Yeah,
Miles Morales game, so I wouldn't
Racism.
you
know.
should, especially before two. Like before two
I
comes out.
haven't finished the first game. Why would I buy the second?
Oh yeah.
Spider-Manism.
Oh wait, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on PC. Like,
It's
Spider's
It
on
is.
PC, right?
No, it is.
I
Is
mean it's
Miles
free
Morales
I mean
on there
it's
now
free
too?
for PlayStation Plus and he has your thing.
Oh
it's.
yeah, I forgot to give them.
It's.
They're both on PlayStation
He
4.
literally
I
has no
own.
excuse except for him being a bitch.
I own the
Damn.
first one. I own the first one. I just didn't. I somewhere along the way I got bored,
So racism.
and
Well, that's the
like
white Spider-Man. How's he
so
racist?
spiderism.
Yeah.
I think it's colorist. I
Spider-Manism.
think at that point, I don't know.
Yeah. He's colorist.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, yeah, I honestly, I may or may not pick up again. I don't know. It doesn't seem that important to me.
How about this? When Insomniac comes out with the Wolverine game, will you play that?
Maybe it depends.
Because I'm pretty sure like that Wolverine game, like
Is that
if
confirmed?
Sony, Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, the trailer and everything. Yeah, they're working on the Wolverine game.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, yeah. It was like at the
Racism.
state of play like 2 years ago. But yeah, like if Sony really does do this really cool bombastic like video game Marvel universe, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
What?
Just starting off with Spider-Man and the X-Men, kind of starting out
Well,
light.
I know we've got. I know we've got a Iron Man and a Black Panther game coming.
2 Black Panther games.
Two.
Why do we have two?
Yep. We have one Black Panther game where it's just Black Panther, and we have another Black Panther game where it's Black Panther and Captain America.
Oh,
We have 2 Black Panther games in the works, and
good
the
for
Iron
us.
Man game is being made by EA Motive, which makes me very. I trust them. I feel like they'll do good.
I trust them.
And I feel like if anyone can make a good Iron Man game, EA Motive would be on that list.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know these game companies.
But I do. I
don't
do
know that game company.
I think EA Motive is the ones that made the Star Wars Squadrons, and they also did the Dead Space remake, and they also did the space combat for Battlefront 2.
Neat.
So one thing everyone said about Battlefront 2 was like, yo, this space combat hits. Like, we played an entire game with that. EA was like, y'all think you do that? It's like, yeah, I guess. They made Star Wars Squadron. Then there was like, hey, we need someone to make the Dead Space remake. Y'all think y'all can make that? And it's like, I guess. And then like everything they did is either like good to great. So I expect no less from Iron Man.
You know who I want to make another fucking game? Rocksteady. What the fuck they doing?
Suicide Squad comes out next year in February.
Minding my own business, dude.
Damn. I forgot about that. I forgot that was Rocksteady. Dude,
Yep.
like I want answers to what
I
happened
want
at the fucking end
answers.
of Batman. I want another Arkham game because there's like the true ending is such a what the fuck for Arkham Knight, and I want an answer. I want to know what the fuck it is.
Speaking of which, I have a question. Like, I get this mixed up all the time. So I know one of the two, either Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, or Gotham Knights. One of them takes place in the Arkham universe, and one of them doesn't.
Gotham Knights.
No,
that
Gotham
one?
Knights does not. It
Yes,
literally does not.
They
No,
said it does. It's supposed to be.
You know, look it up. I was literally looking this up this week because I was so confused. I was so curious. That's the
Then
reason
how
I
does
bring up
Suicide
Rocksteady.
Squad? Because that doesn't make sense then.
Yeah, because Batman's in the Suicide Squad. They
Yeah.
showed him.
Like, that doesn't make
being voiced
sense.
by our boy.
But okay, so here's my thing. First of all, the reason
No, he's
that they're-
right.
the
He's
reason
right.
that
Because I
they're two
remember
different
after that trailer, IGN went crazy. It's like, how the fuck is Batman alive?
they're talking about like how Arkham like they were very vocal because I looked this up this week about how it's a completely different universe. It's a completely different universe. But it's like, and they show you that by showing Batman die at the beginning of Gotham Knights, and he dies in a completely different way than he does in Arkham Knight. So I genuinely don't know what the plan is. I would assume that Justice League versus the Suicide Squad is a completely different universe. It almost has to be. But
Apparently, it's not.
we just need another Arkham game or a fucking game that's gonna explain what the hell happened at the end of that. The true ending.
Wait, don't you? I was gonna say, don't you figure out what like doesn't the true ending close like tie a pretty bow on it?
No! Do you not know the true ending for Arkham Knight?
Like I forgot it. It's been a while.
I thought the true ending was the house explodes.
Batman's not there. Yeah.
No, that's not the true ending.
Oh,
That is
no.
Yeah, that's
an
just
ending.
that's the ending, not the true
Yeah.
ending. I just looked it up online because you got me fucked up with them Riddler trophies.
Yeah. The true
Quincy's
true
mantra is
ending.
basically, I don't want to work for anything.
Nick, do you know how many Riddler trophies are in that bitch?
No,
You do it.
Riddler trophies are built different. You have to admit that. Like that's not.
I probably
Hundreds
would
of
do
them.
it. I probably
But
would
no,
do it.
the true ending is the house explodes and everybody's freaking out, and then all of a sudden Man-Bat comes out of the burned building, and then it just says Arkham Knight.
That's what I said. I said the fucking house explodes.
Yeah, but I feel like Man-Bat
Ma-
coming out is a big other thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the big deal there.
Well, that's the
It's
only
like,
one I know. Is like, so I thought that was
it's
the
like,
only
what
one
the-
of
what
the
the
house
fuck-
exploding.
No,
Yeah,
the
but
house.
Man-Bat emerging.
There's one of the house exploding, and then there's one of
And
the
that's
house
it.
exploding, and then Man-Bat shows up.
Sounds lazy to me.
Like,
Because
what the-
I do know that didn't he get bit by Man-Bat or something in Arkham Knight or some shit like that?
Great question. No, Man-Bat's not in Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight,
Yes,
is
he
he?
is. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
he is.
The nigga Ooga Boogas you.
Yeah, like you just swinging, grappling away, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
you
and then
like
you get
grab
your
onto a
number,
building.
Ooga Boogaloo.
Yeah, it's like, oh
Also,
shit.
fun fact about that game: if you boot it up on October 31st, he's literally there every ledge.
I don't know that.
He is there every ledge on Halloween.
No pics, no proof.
One year for Arkham City, I literally went to Calendar Man every holiday so that I could get all the special dialogue from him, and it checks it off on his calendar that you've been there. I could have changed my my
Date.
thing, my date,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I literally
But
showed
niggas
up
won't do
on every
Riddler
holiday.
trophies.
That
What
was
do you mean?
different.
That's different. What do you mean? That's literally I just boot up a game for a day, walk to him, hear him, turn the game
Yeah.
off. Riddler trophies are different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why don't you
spend
boot,
5
why don't you
minutes.
boot it? Yeah, why don't you boot it up? Do like a couple Riddler trophies, turn it off.
Because they're not fun. I play games to have fun.
They're really not fun. Have you done the Riddler trophies? They're an ass.
Not at all.
Fuck them.
Yeah, they're
What are you
not
fucking?
fun.
All right,
They're
fine.
not
Next time,
fun.
if there's something
the
that I don't know, I won't say
racing ones
nothing.
are fun. The racing one's fun though.
I thought you
I
said
like
the
the
racist
racing
ones. I thought you said the racist ones.
Riddler comes out. He just comes out. Sees Selena. It's like I'm just saying, Selena. I thought you'd like tacos. Like Riddler. I'm just saying. She looks like Riddler. I got papooses in a Riddler.
Got papooses in this.
Stop it, please.
Riddler looks Batman up and down.
Hey.
He goes, "Wow, you're a lot more Caucasian than I was expecting. You can't just ask somebody why they're white, Riddler."
And it's like fine. And then you erase Clayface and everything. Like, we put Clayface in jail. And then Riddler's like, I heard you like fried chicken. Riddler, listen, I know, I did it, but like, no, I'm okay. I got hot sauce with it. Pass me a plate, I guess. Jeez.
Speaking of papooses, I've had a papoose like one time. That shit was fire, actually.
I don't think I've had one.
They're pretty good. Like, I bought them from my coworker back when I worked at what's that place called? What's that place
Timberland?
called? No. Arvado.
That was my next guess.
Yeah, when I worked at Arvado, and no, it wasn't. And they were.
I know it wasn't Jonas.
Yeah, I wasn't Jonas.
Yeah.
Jonas was a whole different.
So yeah, there was a papoose lady at the Jonas. That means when I went there, where was the papoose lady at?
Yeah, she left when I left, bro. You know, I was just saying.
That's bullshit.
But yeah, it was pretty fire. It was
Yeah,
really
alright.
good. They're really nice. It's like simple. It's like basically like think Uncrustable, but like bean and cheese or like, you know, whatever filling.
Yeah. I'm it's not like I'm against it. I'll definitely try it. Like if I once given a
Yeah,
thing.
he's not racist.
Yeah. Just stop. The Riddler is the. That's our
He's
new
not
head.
racist.
Just the Riddler.
The Riddler is racist.
Just unnecessarily. And the best part is he's trying to be nice. Like he's just trying to be a cool guy. It's all good intentions. All
It's
of it.
just
He swears.
it's horrible. It's just bad.
all of it. He swears. It's all good intentions.
Just wants you to be happy, but he just doesn't know how to act. He's that white person that you walk up to that like they're not racist, but they go, "I voted for Obama." Like,
sure, there was dead silence. Where is this coming from?
They're the racists that like if they have anybody in their family that deals with a black person, they're like, oh, so and so dates black people.
It's like, no, like my son, he has a mixed child. He has a black wife. I was like, yeah, okay, your son has that. That's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you.
Or
Are
if
you
you're
fucking her too?
or if you're the black person around there and the a black kid is there because the parents either adopted or like it's mixed, they give the child to you immediately. It's like, see, here he is.
It's like, look, I got one.
I've
This
had
is
that
not
happen to me.
why. This is not. Hmm. I can kind of understand that only in one positive way. It's when they're like, if you are a white couple and you adopt a black child and you bring them into your Caucasian family, they're gonna want to know about their black side. So of course, when you see a black person, you're like, hey, there's a side there's his side, where he comes from, being black, and like,
I'd
you
fuck
mind
that
like
kid
giving
up
them a
so much.
rundown or something?
I'd
I
fuck
wouldn't.
that.
I wouldn't fuck them up.
I'd fuck him
I'd be
up.
like, oh, like I'm a stranger, but like, all right, I'll answer all your black
If
questions.
I
Like, all
did
right,
bits, I'd do it.
what's up? What's up? What's your first question? Why don't we like the police? Ooh, shit. Sit down,
Ah,
kid.
damn.
Uh,
Ah, God. Who told you
uh,
that?
uh, uh. All right, sit down real quick. Now, I look at his parents. You want me to tell them the truth, or the kind of truth?
No, we want you to be as honest as you possibly can.
Got you. Fuck the police. All right, the
Yeah,
police are just
fuck the
basically
police.
slavers in modern day.
I'd fuck that
And
kid
like,
up.
and then the best part is like, how much time do I got with this kid? How much time do you have? I'm gonna need him to come here like a few hours a day, every day for like a month, and then like on the last day he comes back home with like a dashiki. With like, he has
What
like
is
a
up, my
dashiki and
brothers?
dreads. It's like
What is
it's
up?
like
Struggle is up.
it's like struggle is up, rent is up, hopes are down. It's like, come on now, you gotta stick with the program. Then it's like, oh, okay. Well, we made your favorite food. Mother, this food lacks seasoning. What is this? You have to put a little more flavor in this, mama.
But you love casserole.
This castle ain't it. Let me make y'all something. And it's like, here you go. There's something right here. It's like, what is this? It's just some nice chicken, something really nice, easy. And then they buy, it's like, why is it spicy? That's not spice, mom. That's flavor. Jeez. But I wouldn't fuck the kid up. Like
For the bit, I
I would
would.
try. I wouldn't like.
It'd be
I just be like,
hilarious.
I guess you could put him around other black kids. I don't. Nah. If you put him around black kids can smell, bitch.
The black
So
kids would fuck that boy up.
yeah, black kids can smell, bitch. They don't know instantaneously that you were raised by a white family.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being raised by a white family. Just know, almost every black person will make fun of you.
Out of ignorance,
It is entirely out of
because they're
ignorance.
ignorant about it.
It
Why is it
is.
that the things that make us black have to be the worst, like the worst part of us? Like, like the worst part of us. Like, oh man, you have a dad? Oh shit, you ain't really black.
You have a
What?
dad?
What?
Uh,
Because my father decided to stay with my mother, I'm not black. Wait, that don't make
I'm the
any
weird
fucking
one?
sense.
I'm the weird
Like,
one?
what the fuck?
Because I don't
How
speak
am
any
I the weird
Ebonics,
one?
I'm the weird one?
Yeah, my mom clearly told me she wanted to raise me a certain way so that way I could survive in the modern world and not have to do anything wild or crazy. So she taught me how to present myself, to keep myself put together. Like, what? Why does that make me not black?
Because it makes you not black. You're not a nigga.
What the fuck?
We can't fuck with you no more. We're
And then
sorry.
others just, and it's certain things that people need to understand that it's not blackness, it's your struggle. I'm sorry.
It's
Like
your
when I was in
struggle.
when I was in junior high, and my mom, she had these little itty bitty cute jars of Vaseline. Like it was like
Yes.
a Vaseline jar, but a teensy weensy one that you could put in your pocket. And she's like, "Hey, when your lips get chapped, use this." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then like a girl was like, "Hey, do you have some Vaseline?" I was like, "Sure." Opened up my little teensy weensy jar, and she was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's Vaseline." It says it right on the jar. And she's like, "Oh, that's not how black people carry Vaseline." And then it's like, what? How explain to me how black people carry Vaseline. And she went to her friend and was like, we'll show you. And then it was like the next day, she was like, here's some Vaseline. And this bitch proceeded to give me a Ziploc bag with melted Vaseline in it. I was like,
Huh?
what is this? She was like, this is how black people use Vaseline. You put Vaseline in a Ziploc bag and carry it with you. I was like, I've been black all my life. That's struggle shit. Like, that's struggle shit. I ain't affiliated with that. I'm like, I'm not affiliated with that. What the fuck?
I've never seen that a day in my life.
Yes, all her friends were echoing it like, yeah, this is how black people can. And like her friends they're sticking their finger in the melted Vaseline, rubbing it on their lips.
Oh,
I'm
God,
like,
It's the community chest. What the fuck?
He's like, oh, you don't understand. This is how black people do it. And that's when I realized maybe I don't need to be black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it ain't for me. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Not the community chest Vaseline bag.
Bro,
Who the
I swear to
fuck?
God, that's what it was. It was like, yeah, your mom, you get a Vaseline, like, you get the plastic bag Vaseline, you put some Vaseline in there, just close the bag when you need stuff, you put it on your lips like that. I was like, my sister in Christ, chapstick is like 75 cents. You don't have to do this.
You don't have to do it's the
You
end.
don't
You don't have to do
this.
this.
You don't have to do this. Like,
No.
chapstick is... like, literally, if you struggle in that bag, steal a stick of chapstick. They ain't gonna stop you at the door.
They're
Tell me
not.
you don't have to
They're
do
not.
this.
They're gonna be
Like,
like,
you don't
damn,
have to do
the
this.
chapstick.
Yes, you don't have to do this. Like, no.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
No.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, no. I explained that to my mom when I got home, and she was very much so. She's like, I have seen that before. It is a thing that some black people do. It's ghetto as hell though, and my children aren't gonna do it though. I'm like, okay, yeah, because what was that, mom?
Oh, yeah, Mom. What was that?
Yeah, like.
Because, like, as you're describing it, like, every time I've heard about somebody carrying around Vaseline, it's usually just the baby tub.
Yeah,
Like,
the
yeah,
super
that's
small,
what I
tiny
meant,
ass
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Right. And then, like you're talking about, oh, your mom put it in its own little tiny package. Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But, like, then all of it, I'm like, what could the real black way be if the tiny jar and the actual jar that it comes in are not the correct answer? Hold on, I've never fucking heard of, here's a bag, everybody dip your fucking hand in. Like,
Everybody get some chapstick.
With just melted Vaseline. I shit you not.
That's ghetto. That's just ghetto, and I don't want to be a part of that.
And
Like,
when they all were sticking their
listen.
fingers in and rubbing on their lips, I'm like, ah.
Now listen, Quincy's a black person. Dems was niggas. That's what they were.
Dems was niggas. They were built different. I don't know. It was not me. No,
I wouldn't be your friend if that was you.
Those people.
I would not be your friend if that was you.
People. And then like their lips were like extra glossy. It looked like they was right. They looked like they mixed it or cut it with like Crisco oil or chicken grease. They were shiny as fuck, bro.
They didn't have enough actual Vaseline to put in the bag, so it was like,
they
here.
were gross. Like, bro, their lips were shiny as shit.
That's
after
crazy.
they put that shit on. I'm like, yo, I feel like because now it's all melted, like the consistency is all off. Like it's like melted, a little chunky in some places. Like,
Oh God!
The Crisco adds some flavor.
I want to taste the chicken grease.
No.
I want to still taste my fried chicken that I had earlier.
But then again, I still feel like the ghettoest thing that I did personally.
Quincy, no.
It was the Play-Doh thing.
What did you do?
The what?
Oh, yeah. It was for a class. They were like, we're gonna show you guys how to make Play-Doh, and then they gave us the ingredients. It's like, make Play-Doh home, bring it home. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna make Play-Doh home, bring it home. And so I was like, hey mom, yeah, I need flour to make Play-Doh. And she's like, oh wait, well, any flour? It's like, because we're out of flour. It's like, yeah. I was like, any flour. I just need X amount of flour, and I can make Play-Doh. And then Sarah was like, okay, cool. Like, my mom was like, use the flour in the refrigerator. And I take it out, I was like, hey, mom, are you sure this is the flour we use for the chicken? And she's like, well, that's all the flour we got in the house. So then all I do is I go to school, and all the question I got is, why your Play-Doh smell like fried chicken?
No, no, no.
I still passed, bitch.
But why your Play-Doh smell like fried chicken? That's none of your
Because it was
damn business, bitch.
yeah, my Play-Doh smelled like fried chicken.
Oh my
But
god.
but that was only because like if I would have told my
Shit's
parents ahead of
hilarious.
time, they would have gave me fresh flour, but like I had to use the chicken flour, whatever.
That shit's
It's
hilarious.
not like it's something I do every day, like the Vaseline in the bag. So like that was one
Nah, he
time.
do it every
This
day.
was a recurring. That was a recurring offense. Them bitches did it other times too. Later in the school year, like that was just a recurring thing that they did. Just oh, let me get some Vaseline, and they also quench you on Vaseline. Fuck no. I got my itty bitty baby jar. I
Yes,
will. You can call me Caucasian all you want, but I refuse to rub that chunky chicken grease on my lips.
that's Chucky Chicken Grease. That's
Well, yeah,
crazy.
struggle stuff.
Struggle
Not
stuff
me.
is wild. Oh my god. Um, yeah. So, black people and struggle stuff, you know. Video games. How's everybody been doing video game wise?
Uh,
My Hero Ultra Rumble's out.
my
Baldur
Hero
Gate's
played. I
still
played just a
going.
little bit of that. Baldur Gate's
I
still going good,
I've been
going
seeing
strong.
some hilarious stuff about My Hero since they have new characters and stuff, like some combos that can happen. You can launch Kirishima up into air and basically make him a dive bomb,
Which was
like
Hiroshima.
the dude that hardens.
Oh, really?
Rock Harden.
Red Riot, but yeah.
That's cool. So basically,
Rock
like
Harden.
hitting him with the one gravity chicks thing to make him fly up in the air.
You no, they launched them with the big hands chick, like
Oh
because she
yeah, I
could throw
forgot she's a
people.
fucking catapult.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
like launched. I saw it. It launched him in the air. Dude was just like, throw me," and he was like, "What? Where are they? No, just throw me up." And she was like, "Okay," and he threw him up, and he just launched downwards and like broke their guard and did like massive damage. And I was like, "That shit's hilarious."
I just like putting people in my pocket.
Yeah, once he does like putting people in his pocket, it might be a kink, honestly.
Compression Man was dope, and plus you
It's
can
a
come out and
weird
do an
kink.
action. Like like they can come out and do an
Oh yeah,
action.
it's
So literally
definitely
they'd
a
be like,
weird
it's
kink.
just it's just compression man. Everything's gonna be okay. And the next thing you know, a whole All Might comes out from my pocket and punches you in the face.
Also, there is a true combo in there that can kill you if you're Deku.
What? Like even for what, full health or full health and full shield?
Full health, full shield.
Okay, that's crazy.
Or at least I think full health, full shield. I know that it might not be full health, full shield, but there is a true combo for Deku in the game, and it's pretty simple. It's like punch, punch, uh, delay, punch, punch, uh, black whip into the kick. Pretty crazy. I saw it. I was like, wow, that's kind of busted. It's like
Maybe
just
other
do
people have combos. We just haven't found it yet.
yeah, maybe a lot of people are
What's
like
the team based game? So like
highly
chances are
unbalanced.
he won't be able to like get that. He won't. Most time I feel like he won't be able to get that attack off because like one of my teammates should hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, one of them
Like
should.
somebody hit him, please. Ayuda me. Gigantic
Police.
girl, stomp him out.
Yeah, man, lady, where you at?
Stomp him out.
You big bitch. But yeah, no, my hero, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is fun. Baldur's Gate gets kind of wild. Sorry that you have to start over, Derek.
Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah,
fucked.
oh
I'm
yeah, I
fucked.
forgot about that.
I,
Oh my
I,
god.
I've been so busy with work lately that I hadn't gotten a chance to play it, and so I walked in. I walked in yesterday, booted it up, walked into my camp, and all of a sudden, characters are talking about shit that is not relevant. Like all of a sudden, everybody's like, "We gotta go meet Halson, man." He's important. We gotta go meet. He's right there. What are you talking about? He's right. I'm looking at him.
Halson, man.
And they're like, dude, we gotta go find Halson. Like, no, we don't have to find him. He's here.
Look to your
he was
left.
At the party. He was at
who's
the bash.
Druid, bear man.
Oh yeah, Drew. Yeah, he's right there. He's here. What do you mean? He's right there.
And
Hey, Derek, maybe, just maybe, you gotta fuck him. In bear
Maybe.
form.
Maybe.
You gotta fuck a bear, dude.
and the other one was there was this conversation. There was this fight that happened between Shadowheart and Lizelle, and Lizelle found out about the artifact.
Yeah.
And so they got into a fight, and then Shadowheart tried to kill her. Well, I convinced Shadowheart not to kill her.
Okay.
Cool.
We didn't by accident. Not even by accident.
Yeah, I was like, we? Who was we, nigga?
We.
You.
Together. You were there. You were there. You watched. We gasped together.
Wow.
We gasped together.
So I convinced her not to, and then after that I come back to camp and everybody's like, "Oh my god, what you let Shadowheart do was heartless. I can't believe you let her kill Lizelle." And I'm like, "But Lizelle's right over there." And I talked to Lizelle and she's like, "Oh, thanks for helping me." I'm like, "So you know you're alive." Like,
So you know you're alive.
And then, like, I go to talk to Shadowheart, and Shadowheart's like, it felt really good killing Lizelle, and I'm like, but she's not dead. What are you talking about? Another reason I want to start over is I killed Asterion. He tried to suck my blood, and motherfucker had to die for that.
You know you could just say no. You know you can just say no.
I later found
unless
out
you're
that
Edison, and
Go
you
ahead.
just let him you just let him sensually stuck on your neck.
Oh my
and
god.
moan.
Oh my. My person did
Yeah.
not moan. There was no audible
Yeah,
sound.
Asterion was most. And
Alright, that's him.
your eyes was rolling back. Your eyes was rolling back too, kind of. You know.
Alright, at least I didn't fuck a frog.
What do you mean? First of all, that never happens.
You fucked
Timeline
Lizelle?
change. Your timeline, that really happened. That's in
We
stone.
are part of Flashpoint because we know what happened.
I'm sorry, there's no proof.
Quincy, I have the save.
There's no proof.
This guy.
I wanna get into a relationship with Karlach, but
Everybody does.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
she's
the one
great.
everyone chooses.
From her first conversation, she was great. I'm actually surprised you guys say that because I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Shadowheart.
Well, yeah.
I've seen a lot of.
If Karlach didn't exist, I'd be with Shadowheart.
Yeah, if Karlach didn't exist, then everyone would choose Shadowheart. But Karlach exists, and
Yeah.
we was talking
Yeah.
freaky. You know what I'm saying?
It should have been me.
We was talking hella freaky.
It should have been me. I need to do that. I need her.
I'm sorry, dog.
Both
You
of
guys
my
have to
niggas have
choose?
betrayed me.
Yeah, the thing that's really cool is because since me and Ed are playing just the two of us, like he gets his shouty, Karlach, and I get my shouty, Shadowheart, and we just go on our adventures. And since we're kicking with him, we get our own like romancing thing because we can romance people. I'm romancing Shadowheart and he's romancing Karlach. We can do that.
The
That's
only
fun.
reason,
It's
yeah,
nice.
like if I had known from jump where Karlach was, like I would have went to go grab her.
Yeah, he would have
because-
got her first, but he didn't get her till the end.
Yeah, I thoroughly bonded with Shadowheart before.
Shadowheart was willing to fuck. We were so sure that at that party, if Ed would have been like, "What that mouth do though?" Shadowheart would have responded, "Where you want it, Daddy."
Like,
that would have been her response.
that's exactly how that would have went down. Because like, I bonded with her. She has been confessing everything to me.
Asterion wanted to fuck him too.
Apparently,
I said
he
I
wants
wanted to fuck
everybody.
you. What are you talking about?
No. When I walked up to him, he was mad. He did not want to fuck me. I couldn't fuck Asterion. Yeah, when I walked up to him, he was bitching about how the party made him mad and upset, and he wanted to be by himself. I was like, cool. And then I went to Shadowheart. I tried to raise up Shadowheart the best I could. She was like, oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure you can find somebody to keep you company during the night. Just not me.
Yeah, we both got rejected by our bitches. Like I walked up to Carla and I was like, "Hey, I like you." And she's like, "Well, there."
That's because because you were out there tedding it up.
Okay,
Like you just met her and was like, "I
okay, I
love
thought it
you."
was like a thing. I thought it was a thing. Like if you do that, then she'll just it's part of her dialogue that's supposed to happen. I didn't know that I
Nah,
had to
bro.
like actually riz her up first.
Yeah, you were out there tedding it up, bro.
And now that I know, yes, if that's how we've come to the conclusion that if I would have talked to Shadowheart and said something
Yes.
similar, she
Uh
would have
huh.
been like all up in my tent that night.
She would have. You could have clapped Shadowheart 100%. 100%.
Also, I'm very much so tired of not having a what you call it, a normal ass night.
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh,
Oh,
every night
we
something
well,
happens.
no, no, no. We the last few nights nothing happened, right? Yeah, the last few nights nothing happened because we've been
okay,
trying to get Carlash to come over to you and it hasn't happened. Like the last three times we went to sleep because I went to sleep the last time and you went to sleep the two times before that. Nothing happened.
all I'm saying is I'm tired.
But
Like,
you
we
know,
are not
you
in
do
a
have a
good
streak.
way. We are not in a good way with being in camp or being where we're at. I'm tired of the Underdark. I want to go home.
I
We'll be
haven't
at the
even gotten to the
Underdark
Underdark
soon.
yet.
I'm
I'm
tired.
Well, you get to
I'm
pick. You can pick the Underdark or the other way where the get the Yankee one.
oh,
Also,
is
you have
that
to go
what
that way
that
to
is?
save. Also, you have to go the way to save Will's dad. So we're doing both if we can,
Mm.
Tired, tired of the
if possible.
fucking
I'm a
Underdark.
drow, so it really makes them seem like it's a good idea for me to use the Underdark, but
I don't know,
Oh man,
man.
you're a drow. I was almost
oh,
a drow.
did you let Karlak set fire to that village?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah.
Okay,
Carlos was
okay.
like, I hate this place. And I was like, burn it down, bitch. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
go.
no.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, Quincy, like, it was funny because we didn't know what was going to happen. And I just, talked to her like I would normally talk to, a person in that situation and everything.
Hmm.
And, I was like, it's okay and everything. Like, you're free now. I won't let anything like this happen to you ever again. And then she kind of had a breakdown and she, like, went crazy and started attacking everything and letting everything on fire. And Quincy's like, hey, yo! And he was like, listen, me and Shadowheart will be outside. You're the only one that can handle fire damage in here. You handle your bitch.
That is true. He is a tiefling. Tiefling get fire resistance. I, as a forest half elf, do not. So see ya.
Yeah, him and Shadowheart dipped, and I was just like, baby, calm down. It's okay.
And then
Daddy
she
won't let them
folded because
hurt
she
you.
always folds at the end.
Yeah, she like passed out. She was on one health, so she like just passed out. And Quincy was just like, is she done? I was like, yeah, she's done.
Thank God. Like Jesus.
He's like, come on, baby girl. It's okay. Can't hurt you no
Oh,
more.
and Cherry did that a different way. Cherry told her to go crazy, but then after she like stepped on her fire too many times, she made Shadowheart put her out.
Damn. Yeah, no, I did the other way on my solo playthrough where I was like, yeah, uh, go crazy. She was like,
That's what I said
yeah,
on my solo playthrough too. She was like hype as shit.
yep. She fucked up that whole
I
playtime.
treat my goils right.
Yep. I don't know how I'm gonna do it on like my solo playthrough of like who to pick. I mean, because like I'm gonna be bonding with both of them like just inherently. So
Yeah, I mean, just pick. I mean, yeah, you'll build bonding, but it's
yeah, but
your
then like
choice
yeah,
to.
but if I get like if the story gets too good and like I feel too sentimental towards like both of them, I'm not gonna know who to pick. Like
You're
yes,
gonna
I
pick
have
Carlash.
like I have Shadowheart stuff, so like I know some of that story, but like what if it starts getting like really really good?
I mean, Shadowheart's story is gets pretty wild too. She gets like a whole like she gets a feature like
No
one of her
spoilers,
features
no spoilers.
change. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying what happens, but
Okay.
once you get her to where she needs to go, like one of her features change. Someone just told me about it today. So like her story gets thick.
Damn, I wonder what she's gonna change it to. I can't wait to get her there,
Well,
man.
a feature. Not like she's about to change races. A feature on her changes. That's it.
You mean like the feature that happened to Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, but like not as extreme.
Quincy
Not
trying to
as
fuck that patron.
extreme.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh hell yeah! Everyone hates it when I try to riz her.
Oh, the girl, the devil.
Yeah, Will's
Yes,
patron.
I'm
Okay.
going fuck.
I'm with Quincy. I would be too. I
Ooh,
would
there
be
we go. See, he
too.
gets it. I'm
I've only
trying
met
to
her
mean,
once, and
fuck.
I'm like, hey girl, what you up to?
all you got to do is have her.
Someone has to lick this, Baldur.
All you got to do. Oh, she has to be named as Steph, and Derek's just all down.
Fuck you. I mean, you're right, but
I
fuck
calls
you.
it like I sees it, friend. I calls it like I sees it. With my glasses on.
Y'all can't see the picture unless the flash is on.
Satisfied with nothing. You don't know that half of it.
Young Money and Cash.
Do 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 do.
But yeah, yeah, I'm trying to get the Patreon, and every time I visit, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like, it's a disapprove. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. As long as y'all can still hit shit, I don't care. Y'all can be all types of levels mad at me. I'm fucking.
Are you guys putting powers into the tadpoles?
I
Jesse
am.
Putting
is.
tadpoles in your
Ed's
brain?
not.
Quincy
I am
is.
Okay.
Ed's.
I haven't consumed the tadpole because I'm not crazy.
He has not. Ed has not
I've
consumed a single tadpole.
I've started it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it going forward.
Dang,
Honestly,
man,
because like
you are corrupted.
I did 3,
Oh, damn.
and
No,
I don't.
You might as well keep going.
Well, I don't know.
He's right, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I did it because the Guardian's like, I'll protect you. You need power. And I was like, you know what? I trust the Guardian. I created her. You know, she has a soft spot in my heart. So you know, if she says she can, if she says I need it to do need this to stop the dude, I trust her. All right, let me just shove this in my eye socket real fast.
So let me ask you guys on a technical level. So if Quincy makes a decision in a conversation, does Quincy's character speak in your cutscenes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
it all depends on like who. Like if I walk inside the town and trigger a cutscene, it is me talking to whatever's happening in the town. If Ed walks in first, it's Ed talking to whatever happens in the town.
The reason I ask is because when you play solo, you don't ever hear your character speak, and so I was wondering if you guys got to hear each other's characters speak.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't speak. You just choose decisions.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking like hearing it. Like
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, no, we don't hear anybody except for the people, our companions.
Yeah, companions who give like their 2 cents every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
disapproval and whatnot.
Yeah, like I.
Well, no, they'll say things like, "We'll be like, only good goblins are dead goblins." What was that? What did he say? Don't worry about that.
Who? What? Why?
Don't worry about Will. He built different. You know what I'm saying?
He's just a silly little goofy guy.
I do like going to people who know him like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck happened to you?
The devil.
What the fuck?" He's like, "Carlac counts because she's technically heartless."
I hate that nigga. I hate that bitch. Like what? What you mean?
She is technically heartless. She has an engine for a
Yeah,
heart.
I know.
So
Yeah,
That's so dope. That's so dope.
that she has an engine for a heart.
Let me rev up my Carlac. Vom.
Right, and Derek's the menace.
he's not
I've
a
always
menace.
been a menace.
You trying to rev her up too? You act
I'm
like you ain't
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
diss up
no,
Carlac.
no, no, no. I'm trying to have an actual relationship with her. Derek is speaking
Yeah,
strictly sexual.
Derek is no. Derek will have a relationship with her too.
Yes, but
he said Carlac is a
but
good character.
he did say that, but he's talking about revving her up. He is talking sexual.
So you're gonna
In
be
this
friends.
moment,
So you're
yes.
not gonna fuck. So you're not gonna fuck Carlac is what you're saying. You just
I
want to be friends
will.
with her.
I will fuck her, but
Okay, there
I'm
you go.
in it.
Derek,
I'm not in the relationship for the fuck. I'm in the relationship for the personality.
neither is he. Fucking is nice too. That's
So
all
Derek,
I'm saying.
if you couldn't fuck Carlash, would you go for her?
If I
Yeah.
couldn't,
If
would
you
I
couldn't-
would I still like go down her like friendship tree or whatnot?
No, I mean like you wouldn't fuck. Like you're all romantic and everything, but you can't fuck.
Would I still like do stuff with her? Yeah.
Would you pick
Because
her?
Carla, so like
Well, that boy's gone.
Damn.
He's not here to defend
my
himself.
mic. I
That's
pulled down
crazy.
my mic.
That's
I
crazy.
pulled down my mic.
Invalid.
No.
Invalid argument.
Invalid.
When it comes to that kind of character, especially like even if there was no sex scene, like Starfield for instance, right? There's no sex scenes for the romances in Starfield. I would still romance her, even if there was no sex scene. I'd still go for her. Like her personality's the best. Like I was down for Shadowheart, and I was going down Shadowheart's whole path, and then Karlach showed up, and I'm like, oh no, oh you're dope. Even if like. At the end of the day, if all she can be is like my first mate, like she's second in command. Like Shadowheart's, I'm your bitch. I'm your bitch. What do you mean she's second in command? No. Karlach is second in command. She makes all the decisions when I'm away. You're great. I love you. Just don't make any choices. Don't do anything.
Don't make any choices.
Karlach's in charge when I'm gone. But yeah.
Crazy.
That's my feelings.
You know what? I bet you if you're doing an evil playthrough, if you want Shadowheart to be evil with you, you gotta let her kill Lae'zel.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Makes sense, if we're being honest. And you know what? I'd do it too.
And I'm pretty sure to go down evil playthrough, you gotta let Karlach kill Lae'zel. You gotta let Will kill. No, you gotta let Shadowheart kill Lae'zel, and you gotta let Will kill Karlach.
Probably.
Oh, really? Because, like, I feel like you find out pretty quickly in that conversation that Karlach is not worth killing. And I feel he'd feel guilty if he killed her.
I mean, like, you gotta help that boy get rid of that curse. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna say it's 100% true.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure after I did the scene and Shadowheart killed Karlach, I think it said Will approved.
yeah, because like it's part of his objective, and he's worried about his objective. Like Will only cares about her after he, like Will only cares about her after he gets to know her.
Yeah, if you don't give her a chance to speak, I'm pretty sure Will would just murder her.
That's fucked.
And the demons, and maybe no. Apparently, you don't need to do that to rid of the demon, which makes me really happy because I don't want to kill Karlach.
Yeah, reason of the demon is you don't need to kill our best girl. She is the best, and anybody who says otherwise is wrong and they're stupid. Much like all the people that think that math folders are red.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Damn it. I was hoping Derek would know.
Thank you.
You failed me, Derek.
What happened?
All right, put it this. All right, elementary school. Think back. You had color folders. All right, remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
What color did you have your math folder? What makes the most sense to you?
Whatever whatever one was next. Like, I didn't care. Actually, no, you know what color it was? I know exactly what color my math folder was. It was, whatever Disney movie came out that year. It was that color. Because my mom would buy me at Costco a pack of like 7 of them. And it was whatever, it would be a pack of 7 folders, and they were always themed after whatever Disney movie was fresh that year. And I would just like pick the different characters for each folder. And it would be like, okay, math gets to be Tarzan, English gets to be Jane, Turk gets to be social studies.
So no matter what, Derek is
Tantor
useless
gets to
me.
be science.
So no matter what, Derek is useless to me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I was like, because Ed was like, oh, like math is always red and English is always blue, and I'm like,
Math
for me,
is always blue, English is red.
That's not what you just
That
said.
is it. No, that's what.
No, that Derek's right here. Did he not say math is red just 5 seconds ago?
He just said math is red.
Okay, I mixed it up. Okay, I mixed it up. A slip of the tongue. You know that my stance was like math is blue. So like,
I don't remember because the colors don't mean shit to me.
oh my god.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember either.
Because he said he was like odd, so that means this subject is always this color. It's like for me, English was green because green is my favorite color, and English was my favorite subject. That's how I rationalized it in my head. And he looked at me like I shot a puppy, and he was like, "No, that's not how it goes." And then I was just like, "Okay, then why is English blue or green or red or whatever?" And he was like, "It's just cause." And I was like, "For a man who always needs a reason, saying just cause is really hypocritical."
Yeah, what the fuck, Ed? You never let us get away with that answer in any point in any section of our lives. Just cause has never been an acceptable answer. Even when we're like, what video game do you want to play? And we go, just cause, you're like, that's not a good enough answer.
Wait, you mean just because the video game, was that a double entendre?
It
Ah,
was, yes, it
shit,
was a double.
bars,
Okay,
nigga,
okay.
bars, nigga,
Wait, is that
Thank
a
you for
double
making me
entendre?
explain the
bars,
trick.
nigga.
Oh shit, okay. Give this man a mic.
That's
Wait,
motherfucking
he's already
bars.
on
You
the
don't know
mic.
nothing about that.
Hold on, was that a double entendre?
Fuck.
Yo!
When you're too busy being the himbo most of the time, you actually drop something smart, and your friends are like, wait a minute. What did he just say?
Yo! Wait a fucking second!
Where has this Derek been at all these years?
Oh my god!
This is the Derek we need.
Oh, yeah, I do, but I do remember in elementary school, some people were very, very, very specific about colors,
Colors
and
are important.
but the thing about it is like, maybe it's a school thing because I do remember like when I went to like I had friends who went to different schools, and their colors would be all different because the teachers, I guess they would get a specific color, so like their English would be green and the other dude's English would be red. So maybe it's a school thing, maybe because we're creatures of habit, and once we go to a school and like we're like, oh, this color goes to this subject, and it just sticks with us. That's usually when just cause things happen because tradition and habit. That's my guess. That's me trying to put logic into it.
Thank you, Quincy, for trying to put logic into it.
I
I
don't know. I feel like
appreciate it.
you'd appreciate it. I don't know. I
I,
feel like you'd appreciate it.
I appreciate it, but in this moment, this has nothing to do with logic. It just has to do with the autism.
God, God damn it! Trying to
Every
help.
time.
I try to help. I try to help.
Listen, that's the only thing that I can
Like, does dividers count? Because sometimes you have like the big folder with all the rings. You have
Boulder.
dividers,
Yeah,
and then
because
it has
like
like
you could,
little
yeah, because you
dividers, and
have
each
your like
divider's a different
folders.
color.
Yeah, you'd have like the color
Yeah,
for it.
okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
All right, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I seen niggas be serious about that too.
I had the dividers maybe like second, third grade, somewhere around there. And my mom looked at me the year after that, and she's like, let's be honest, did you even use those once? I go, no, I just shoved everything into the first set. And she's like, I'm not getting you dividers this year. I'm not doing that shit.
Mine always wound up getting broken.
Yeah, they are for some reason, which makes no sense because it's made of like construction paper, which is obviously thicker and more durable than the regular paper that's in it. But for some reason, I feel like those things go first all the time.
Yeah, kind of sucked.
Like
But
that made no sense. But I do admit it was super cool back in the day to like have your folder and then like put like whatever picture you want on the like the plastic clear
yeah, the
outside.
front.
Mine,
Yeah,
yeah, mine was Inuyasha
I knew a
back
chick.
in the day.
It was what was her name? I think her name was like Cheyenne, and not the Cheyenne that I like fooled around with, but there
Oh yeah,
was this was Black
common
Cheyenne.
name.
She
It's a common name.
yeah. She her folder was nothing but like Assassin's Creed and like other video games, and she was the first girl that I ever met that outside of
Full stop. She was the first girl I ever met.
I'm sorry,
Period.
my brain
The end. She's the first one you met that like video games.
yeah, that like that was a black girl. She was the first black girl that I met that like video games because
First like I whoa, that's a real thing. I can't like okay. You keep telling your story. I'm trying to think of like the first black girl I met that like video games.
yeah, like she was the first one. Like she was really cool and everything. I was like, oh shit, you like Assassin's Creed? And she was like, yeah, it's like my favorite franchise. And I was like, oh shit, like for realsies? And she was like, yeah, for realsies. I was like, oh my god, like you serious? And she was like, yeah, like I really love it. And, like I played like every single one. I was like, oh wow. And then we were friends for a little bit. She was older than me. I think she was like a junior when I was like a freshman. But she was
You could
cool.
have bagged a junior.
No, she was cool.
You could have bagged a junior.
Okay, I want you to know, adult, confident, don't care about anything. Me can't bag anything. So, what do you think, baby freshman Edison would have done?
Also
Bagged the
bagged. Also
bitch.
bagged.
I don't bag
No,
now. What
we
made you
have
think I'd be able
confidence. We
to?
have confidence in you. And besides, like, you do bag now.
I don't.
You just don't put yourself in situations. It's kind of like Carr. I'm pretty sure Carr would bag bitches, but he doesn't really leave the house. So the bitch isn't going to come to your door. So,
Okay.
but
We
most time when you put yourself in situations, we already did the tally. Every job you went to, you had some bitch wanting you.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, every job you either had some bitch want you, or you have some bitch that's following you around.
I don't think.
You're very
Naomi,
charismatic.
Naomi definitely was the bitch to follow you around. Hell, you brought that bitch home like a lost puppy.
What do you mean, like a lost puppy?
This is Naomi. Hi.
It's not my fault. She's shy.
And then you scutter off to your room and giggle. Yes, I just can't get over it. Like, listen, me and Derek, I'm like, listen to me, listen to them in there. Giggling. I
Listen,
like to giggle.
I fucking heard that, and I was like, "What the
Uh,
fuck? I hate this nigga."
listen, I like to giggle.
Listen,
But yeah,
to giggle with Derek.
usually have some girl that is either into you or follows you around. And you had a troop at Timberland.
I wasn't troop, and
Multiple girls.
all we did was eat lunch
And
together.
no. Yeah,
Also, we had a
y'all went out.
harem.
Okay, you went outside of work. On non-work days, you got your nails done together with them. Come on, son.
That was twice.
You're not helping your point.
It was only twice. I
Yeah.
was there for like a year, and I only went twice. So I feel like that's
That's not helping your point. I've been to multiple jobs. I never got my nails done with bitches. How about you, Derek? You get your nails done with
No, yeah,
bitches?
no.
No? Yeah.
Forget nails. Like I'm
you
gonna
guys wouldn't
lower
let
the
your
bar.
nails get done.
I'm gonna lower the bar. Actually, I would. Fuck you.
All right, thank you, Derek. You're progressive. Thank you, Derek.
But
You're progressive. Quincy,
I got
however,
my
is
nails done
not.
too with flows.
It was your it was your toenails. I'm talking about nails, nails.
No. I got both of my nails done. Clear coat
Oh,
on the
clear
nails.
coat. Oh, ooh, clear coat. Ooh,
That's still getting your nails done.
might as well dip
bitch.
your shit in Crisco oil and call it a day.
First of all, I got a massage
Go back to the
and
bag of
I got a massage
Vaseline.
and everything done. Like, I had a lot of stuff done. First of all, the whole thing of a pedicure is not the fucking nail thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
know.
whole
It's
thing of
the
like,
whole leg
It's the
like
cuticles.
massage and
yes, the
everything. Like
cuticle. Yes, so I did it. I did. And
that's
technically, a clear coat still same thing. My
mm,
nails was popping though. My toenails was
your
popping.
toenails
I
was
did like
popping.
looking at
I
them.
cannot cop. Your toenails was on fleek. You're like, bro
Thank
was
you,
looking good with that forest green.
thank you. But keep it going. You said you're gonna lower the bar, Derek.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because like I would go out if anybody invited me out, but like literally, I had this conversation one time after I left one of the stores. Like I wasn't working at a store anymore, and a guy that I thought I was friendly with. Eventually, I did become friendly with him, but I thought I was friendly with him. He came into my store and he was openly bragging about this party that all the people from my last store were at, and they were throwing. He was showing pictures and everything, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm surprised you guys didn't invite me. And he's like, yeah, that's because nobody wants to hang out with you outside of work, Derek. Fuck you. I'm
Damn.
Whoa!
like,
Whoa.
looked me dead in the eyes when he said that. I'm like, oh shit. And like from that moment, I knew that I thought he was cool, but like I could tell that we weren't cool. And he eventually ended up starting to work at my store. This is a little bit of a tangent.
Ooh.
And
You're over
he, no, he was over me. He was the meat.
Oh.
He was the meat market manager. And I was,
He like
I was
meat.
the back.
He like managed
I was
meat.
I was the produce backup at the time, and my manager and him were really close, and he hated me. He still hated me, and I was
What did
like,
you
all
do
right,
to him?
whatever. I'll just
What did you do to him? Why does he hate you?
I think I was just being like being a little over eager and like just trying to be his friend, and think he thought I was being a tryhard, and he just didn't like that. And eventually, because my manager and his manager were so close, or him were so close, he would ask, he would bitch about his backup, and he's like, "Oh, my backup sucks. My backup's this." But he's like, "Well, you know all about that, right?" And my boss would be like, "No, my backup's actually decent. He does his job." He's like, "The fuck are you talking about? Derek's a piece of shit." And he's like, "No, he's good. He used to be bad, but he's good now."
Derek's
And
a piece of shit.
He's like, whatever. And he, at one point, we were in the back, and he was having a very, like, it was kind of a misogynistic conversation, and he was like, you know, black women know how to handle themselves. Like, black women don't put up with anything. They're not gonna, you know, let anybody roll over them. It's just in their DNA. You know, you'll never meet a black woman who would let any man or anybody say anything to them. Like, they'll just fight back. And I'll be like, that's not true. And he goes, what the fuck you know about black women? And I go, oh, plenty. I just don't.
Was he black?
Yeah, he was black.
Oh.
Sorry. That is important to the situation, yes.
Shit, Derek. Woo, you better have a good kill sign for this shit. Because I thought it was another white guy. I was like, oh, this is good. No, he was black too. Shit, Derek's in danger.
and I go, that's not true at all. And he goes, what the fuck was you know? And I go, plenty. I've been close to black women before in my life. Like, this is nothing new. And he's like, so then why would you say, if you know them as well as you say you do, why would you say that they're not all strong and they're not all hard-headed? And I go, because of where you're from. And he goes, all right, I'll hear you out. What do you mean? And I go, well, you're from Louisiana and you live in Texas. You're talking about Southern black women. I especially knew East Coast black women who would get abused and get treated like shit. And I feel like depending on where you are, even if you're white, a Southern white woman and a East Coast white woman and a West Coast white woman, or even an East Coast white man or a Southern white man are going to be completely different based on where you are. The ideals are instilled in you like via race, but then they're also instilled to you via culture of that side of the country.
Like, that's basically what that was.
Yeah, I mean, and that's from that conversation onward. He was like really chill with me, but I'm like, all right, like you hated me for like 2 years, so
He probably just hated you because you were white.
It's possible. He had a lot of bad white guys that worked for him. So.
Wait a second. Was this before or after Steph?
This was during.
During Steph?
Yeah.
Y'all were married?
Yes.
Well, if you don't show him the motherfucking wedding photo, like, that's my best man.
Well, like, and
Derek didn't want to cop out. Derek wanted to win on his own merits.
I've shown people the wedding photos, but I let them make that. I let them make that correlation on their own, because there is that like idea that Derek doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Derek's white as white can be, but it's like I came from a school that was, what was Silverado, man, like 75%
Black and
Hispanic.
Mexican.
Yeah.
It was mostly
And then
black
like
and Mexican.
there was barely any white people. I grew up the minority, weirdly enough. Like in California, in Southern California.
Derek showed up and said, they were like, what's up, man? What is up? Struggle is up.
No.
Like
That's hilarious.
I remember moving to New Jersey and like being uncomfortable with how many white people there were, because there were so many white people, and I'm like, oh, where's the Hispanic group? Oh, they're Spanish, and they are Spanish. Like their families, they are first generation Americans. Like, because they're fit. What?
No, I was thinking about the other word.
The other word. Sorry. But like, they were like first generation Americans. Their family was from Spain. They weren't even like Mexican Hispanic, and it was like even that was a different culture for me. It was like, okay, I'm used to Southern California, and this is New Jersey.
He's used to Mexican Spanish.
I'm used to people smoking pot, not people having a fucking pill problem. Like that was the difference between drugs on the two coasts as well. It was like there were kids doing pot in California, which ultimately wasn't that big of a deal. Although I knew a lot of burnouts in Silverado.
Yeah.
And then
Whatever that means.
When I got to hey man, I can't function as a normal human being because I'm always stoned. Yeah. Whereas when I got to New Jersey, it was we have a pill problem. I knew a girl who was on heroin. In high school, like when she confided in me that she needed help, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna take you to like the station, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you. We need to help. Like, let me Google this.
Let me Google this.
How do you detox? Like, I don't understand anything about
you
this.
Lock them in a room with salt and a demon.
Stop. No. As soon as you said lock them in a room, I was like, I know exactly what. As soon as he said salt, I was like, stop. Stop.
It's effective.
Is this another supernatural?
Yes.
It's effective. It's very effective if you're not stupid enough to let them out or think that they escaped somehow when they're clearly not a functioning person.
First of all, it's only effective if you're addicted to demon blood. So
demon blood, heroin, same thing.
One of them gives you psychic powers. What do you mean, same thing?
So it should be easier to lock the heroin addict in.
Yeah, but you don't need a steel room. A room made of iron.
Is it gonna get the results? Is it gonna get the results?
Probably not.
It probably will. They'll stop doing heroin because they'll be locked in a room and be forced to detox.
Then they'll die.
How will they die?
If you can die from heroin detox, dude.
I did not know that.
That's how Amy Winehouse died.
Oh, she died from detox?
Yeah. If you go cold turkey, your body's physically addicted to it. If you go cold turkey, you will die.
Then how do you do it? Do you just have to do it less and less?
Yeah. You have to insure. Yeah, you have to ease your way off.
That's even easier. Weaning. Oh, but then the still room still works.
Nah.
No, not
what do you mean?
The whole point is to lock them in there and never let them go. That's the whole point. If that's the whole point of still room. If you're like, oh, we're gonna let them out every now and then so they can get their fix, you might as well just put them in a room.
You don't lock them. You don't let them out to go get their fix. You bring their fix to them.
Opening the door is the problem.
You can put it through. Clearly, you've never watched You.
No, yes. I haven't.
I've watched a bit of it. I watched an episode.
All right, that fucking box. You can have one of those as part of the steel room. Not the box part, but the interchanging door on the box for you to give them stuff. Like, come on now, it's not a hard solution. Y'all don't be thinking.
She could still kill herself, though.
I mean, if she does, then like, hey.
Like I feel like she could put a place with medical professionals.
I mean,
not a crazy man in the middle of nowhere with a devil's trap.
She could still kill herself in that place with the medical professionals. So like.
At least they can know how to revive them. If she starts bleeding out, you're like,
obviously, I'd be prepared for this. Like, I'm not a madman.
You locked someone in an iron room covered in salt with a devil's trap. So, try to explain that to the police and seem crazy doesn't come right after.
They just have to be willing to listen. Oh man.
You're going to jail.
I don't see the problem. I don't know what's so difficult to understand about this. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand.
It's almost like the video I had about the bitch who got robbed selling fucking crack and called the police because someone stole her crack.
So you put in a report, yes, about your drugs. Well, yeah, I need my drugs because like they stole my.
After it clicked, The cop was like, "You stupid motherfucker! You really called the police because your drug deal went wrong?"
Yes, my drugs. Like I need those back if he not gonna give me the money.
God damn. Y'all, everybody go to jail. Everybody,
Everybody go to jail. You go to jail. You gonna tell me where this buyer lives, and then like he going to
The
jail.
buyer was right there. The buyer was right there.
Oh my god. Yeah, everybody go to jail.
The person recording the friend, because she looked like she was on something. Everybody going to jail.
You go to jail. He go to jail. Your friend go to jail for recording. I'm going to jail.
Yeah, I'm going to jail just for being in this situation. We get locked in together. I'm gonna lock us all in and turn the key, and I'm just gonna yeet that bitch. We stay in there.
Shit, it's hilarious. But yeah, no, that's some
Man,
crazy shit.
pill problem. Yeah, pill problem in high school is fucking crazy. The only thing that like happened near that to me was I remember there was one dude who he got his wisdom tooth pulled, and then he was like sitting. He was sitting in like the class, like I could tell he was bugging. And then after everything was over, after everything got said and done, and we were sitting outside, I was like, dude, are you okay? He's like, yeah. Why are you asked? I'm like, oh, because you seem off. It's like, what do you mean? He was like, what happened with your wisdom tooth? You know, I was trying to change the subject. He's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. He said they gave him Vicodin, but what he does is that his parents would give it to him, he wouldn't take it, and then after he gets like 2 or 3, he just pop them all at the same time. And I'm like, is that what you did before you came to school? And he's like, yeah, you are obviously really fucking high right now, dude. He's like, he's like, is it that obvious? I was like, yes.
Crazy. Couldn't be me.
You are high as shit.
Well, seems like the moral of this story is don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, like please, like don't pop pills, like don't do adult addiction shit. Be addicted to like candy or something cute first.
Be addicted to bitches.
Something cute.
Yeah, like candy or something cute.
Yeah, but on that note, we'll wrap things up here. It's been nice.
Oh man, but I was gonna talk about my adventure.
What adventure? Oh,
The thing that he
with
didn't
Mariah?
tell at the beginning.
I don't really have an adventure. No, that's just the Mariah thing. We went out. It was actually a really good time. She's a really cool person. You know, we click. She, you know,
all right, friends.
She's talking about seeing each other towards the end of this month.
It's October.
Yeah.
It's the month of Quincy's relationship time. So
place
your bets now.
It's probably gonna be Mariah.
Place your bets now. Is Quincy gonna be in a relationship by the end of this month?
Well, you still talking to Kim?
Fuck that bitch.
Whoa. We're not on that vibe with her, but yeah. Like, I'm not talking to her.
I am.
Why? She's done nothing.
What happened to Kim? What's the matter with Kim?
Derek clearly likes
Kim. We just stop texting. No, but there's nothing wrong with Kim. Even I know there's nothing wrong with Kim.
There is nothing inherently wrong with Kim.
I don't know why I don't know why you feel so passionate about not liking her. I was like taking her.
Listen, I have to be mad at somebody, and I can't be mad at you, so I'll be mad at her.
Listen,
but why were you mad at me? Why are you mad at me for Kim?
For even being in that situation.
Well, like,
what was wrong with the situation?
You know what was wrong with the situation.
We were 2 consecutive adults. We had a conversation about it and everything. It's not like no one was being sneaky, no one was being sleazy, and plus Kim was cool to hang out with, and she was like Derek met her. Kim's cool.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I think I have any sort of attachment to Kim is that I sort of met her. I'm not even gonna say that I met her because she kind of refused to have a conversation with me at any point in time, which was like
she was in pain. Well, especially that first time when we were at Disneyland, she was just in pain, and plus she was like keeping her sister entertained too.
But the second time, her sister was fine. She was in her own little world, and Kim was walking around with us, and I would try and be like, "Hey, you got a print there. What's the print of?" And she's like, "Oh, it's nothing." And then I saw it was Project Melody, and I'm like, "Oh, let's talk about that," because clearly that's a VTuber. I want to talk about that, and she's just like,
"That was your first mistake, bro."
She did not want to have a conversation with me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And this was already after the Disneyland thing, so I'm like, "All right."
One thing. I was trying to get her to show it because, like, I was like, trust me, Derek is cool. I was trying to tell her because she clammed up. No, because she clammed up about you asking about it because she had nudes in there. Like naked anime chicks in there.
It's
So
And she
disgusting.
was like,
I
she was
wanted
feeling
to
like,
buy some.
yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to her. I was like, Jarek is down with the shit. Show him the titties. Don't worry.
Show him the titties. I promise you, he's not a
Because
cop.
that's what she did. She like when she walked up to me and she was like, I got some stuff, and she like showed me the titties and did like her little giggle.
I'm
See,
like,
you like giggling. There you go.
like
So
I'm neutral. I'm neutral on Kim because while I did technically meet her, I'm like, she did not engage with me at all, no matter how hard I
She
tried. So I'm
didn't
like,
engage with me either.
I don't want to be like fuck you, but at the same time, it's like,
Nah, Derek,
come
I got
on.
you. I got you, buddy. Fuck that bitch.
It takes
she didn't even do anything.
She did
it takes
nothing
a
wrong.
certain amount of effort for me to talk to a stranger. Weirdly enough, like it's not an easy thing for me. I'm doing it.
Coulda
I'm
fooled
trying
me.
to get I'm trying to get out of that comfort zone, but my body actively recoils when it happens, and it's like, oh, we
So
don't want
you
to talk
could
to that
say your
stranger.
body is not ready.
My body is not ready.
Damn, Reggie Fils-Aimé would be so disappointed.
But
Yeah, well,
we have nothing against him, and I feel like you're number one. You're outvoted. Number two, I spent
You're
way more time with her than you.
outvoted.
I
I
spent
hate that
way more
word
time with her than
democracy.
you. So like, Kim's
all,
fine.
all decisions are made based on a democratic vote.
Like Kim's
It's
fine.
like,
Like she's
listen,
fine.
they're racist, but they're not racist. They've done no racist thing. Well, this person thinks they're racist, and this one thinks they're racist. They're racist. You're outvoted. Well, shit, they're racist.
They're outvoted. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if something happens, he's probably going to say fuck Mariah too for some inexplicably explained reason.
Probably.
who Ed?
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
No
One, it's
problem.
hilarious, and two, who gives a shit about these random ass
So,
bitches?
so then let me ask you about
I
these
give a
random ass
shit.
bitches.
You
Let me
don't really
let me
give a
let me
shit.
ask. I have a question about these random ass bitches, and it's not for Quincy. Are we still
Oh,
talking to Naomi? Because I haven't heard a Naomi story in a long time, and you've been talking to Sarah for the last 3 weeks. So, like, what's going on with Naomi?
I don't
one
know.
at a time.
Is she gone, or is she still
One,
around?
one at a time.
What do you mean one at a time?
That's how the universe works. As soon as Naomi stopped really talking to Ed, that's when Sarah stepped in. And as soon as Sarah does whatever she does and fades away, I bet that's when Naomi hits up Ed. So it's just a universal thing, one at a time.
What is this? The fucking like? Is that his
I
party?
don't. I don't make the
Ed's
rules,
only
Derek. I
Ed's
literally do
only
not
got a
make the
party
rules.
slot of one.
I literally do not make the rules. The universe does, and I just follow them. Do you want us to explode?
No, like Quincy and I have like
One at a time.
infinite party groups, but you have a one party group. Like Quincy and I can have a ton of people in our lives, but you're allowed
I
the
have
Gotcha
other
gang.
people in my life. It's just
Yeah. We're talking about someone who teeters on like that kind of like I'm not gonna say romantic, but that feeling that Ed likes to that I guess companionship
Okay,
or whatever you want to say.
so
Like that fills that niche for Ed. He only gets one at a time.
let me say how many
There's a
friends that are not us and are not your family do you actively talk to?
I mean, I don't
This feels
actively
like a
talk.
roast. This feels like a
Yeah, well,
roast.
no. I mean, where you're talking about actively, like current, like, but it depends. Their stages currently not right now. But as I said in Timberland, he had a bunch of people he was talking to. When he's working, he had a bunch of people he was talking to. Like there was that one dude that had the kid that got fired because he was spending time
Yeah,
with his child. Like I can't remember his name, but yeah, he has people. Just right now, he's not really he's in the house right now. So like you can't really meet people. Just in town. So it's like,
That's true. That's true.
unless you're mean, because all these girls I'm talking to I met online.
yeah, and like I don't do that. So
It's not bad.
well, I mean, like there's
I
no
could I could
reason for
train you if
me.
you want to.
What?
Yeah. Like one thing that's really funny is that we forget that certain things that are literacy, common sense to us, some people Like they just don't understand. Like I'm pretty sure like if Ed wanted to tell people about like something random, like a video game thing, like hey, this is what you do in this game, they could look at him like he's stupid. He's like, oh, this is like 1 + 1 = 2 shit, and they're looking like, "Ta-da." And then you're like, oh damn, this is actually a skill. I didn't know I was skilled. Okay,
I
so
didn't know I
let
was
me show you.
skilled.
All right, let me show you something. So online, not bad. Well, Ed's a little jaded because of the side of the internet he's on, but I swear on the actual side, on the good side, I promise you that the ratio is much better.
Oh, hilarious. My side of the internet has jaded me.
Yes, like I swear to God, the other side is much better.
Nothing, nothing phases me anymore. Truly, I am
So
just an empty shell.
see, like it's easy, like
A vassal for the universe. Oh my
easy.
god.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that shit's funny.
So
That's
yeah,
the best.
whenever you're ready to go down that tunnel, I tell Kari too. Kari's the same way.
I
He's like,
mean,
if I meet a girl, I'm gonna meet her organically. I was like, you stay at home, and she's gonna come to you. What's happening? What's organically?
I mean, I mean, like my thing about online is just like I don't know. It's just I'm not a social media
But
person.
also the big difference also between Ed and Kari is that Ed is like, if I get one, that's cool. If I don't, I'm chilling. Kari actually like wants one, so you know
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Well,
different.
okay.
They're
I
in
be
two
chilling.
different camps.
I be chilling. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the demisexual.
it probably is honestly.
It probably is. That's not nearly as much of a joke as you're
Yeah,
making it out to
yeah,
be.
it probably is. You talk about demisexual and autistic, bro, bro.
You didn't have to call me out like that. You really didn't have to call me out like that.
We swear to God, this isn't a roast. We're just talking.
This is just a conversation. This is just a conversation.
This is just a conversation. Yeah, he's got to be someone to cozy up with. That's all, and also someone who respects your boundaries, and also someone that respects your religious beliefs as well. Because Sarah kind of fumbles, but she plays double dutch with that line. But it's maybe you'll find someone else who actually could like understand. Say, okay, that's what you want to do. This is what I want to do. Are you okay with that? Blah blah blah. Cool. As long as she ain't sacrificing goats in this house, I don't care. Note how I said goats in this house. If you want to get sacrifice goats, cool. Don't bring it home though.
Okay, what if
It
like
gets
she's really
messy.
cool? What if she's really cool, but she just doesn't sacrifice the goats in the house?
That's what I said.
Oh, I
As
thought you were
long as
saying
the
like
goats
don't
aren't
bring her there,
sacrificed in the
period.
house.
Because okay,
No. As long as the goats aren't sacrificed in the house, and she doesn't bring any type of like Lucifer with her, well, we're fine.
dude, I keep telling you, he's chill. Like I don't know
I
what
don't
your
give a
problem
fuck.
is.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I literally could not care less. So no.
Fine.
If you wanna date Juju evil demon bitch, hopefully she has her own house or a lair, and you can go kick it
Or
with
a
her.
layer.
And you can go kick it with her there. I just know every time before you come to this house, you better wear like a gas mask because I'm saging you and I'm throwing holy water at you.
I'm not gonna be a demon, Nancy.
You're not gonna be one. There's no one gonna blue skidoo inside of you.
I would hope not. It'd be real weird.
Exactly. So that's what I'm. It's just gonna be sage. I'm like, hey, put on your mask. I gotta sage you before you come in the house. Then I gotta hit you with the holy water. And I was like, all right, okay, cool. Come on in, bro.
I feel like you're going to a lot of lengths for
And then I want you to know, like, while you're asleep, every now and then, I'm just gonna blast the fucking exorcism thing from Supernatural.
Oh my god, Quincy,
I'm
I'm fine.
Imagine, imagine you're like, I'm fine, and you see your legs shaking, and you're like, oh no.
Wait.
I told you.
I pray to God that that's not what happens.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Like that's a hard pass. Like I like. Like you'd be like, oh, how was Janet? You'd be like, oh, Janet was cool. Janet is she's a Satanist, and I was like, oh, and I've met Satanists in my life before. And I'm like, oh, most Satanists I met are really chill. Most of the time, it's just a lifestyle choice. No, the dark path of Satanists. Oh, she sacrifices goats, Satanists. It's like, yeah, so she loves she really likes Lucifer, man. I'm like, oh, okay.
She really
Um,
likes Lucifer, man.
are you seeing her further? It's like, yeah, she kind of wanted me to she wanted me to view a service of this. And then let me guess, your mind said no, but your curiosity said yes, and your curiosity won. You know me so well. So I went to the service.
You're a true
Have
friend.
you have you guys ever watched the show Silicon Valley?
No.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I heard
It's
it.
a
That's really
it's a show with Kumail Nanjiani and what the guy I forget his name, something Star, the guy who played the teacher in Spider-Man, in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and T.J. Miller and a bunch of other really funny dudes. But
yeah.
there's a whole thing where like Kumail Nanjiani's character loses a bet, and he has to go to a Satanist like meeting or like I don't know what to call it,
Like service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has to go to a service, and it's just like it's basically just a meeting, like nothing happens. At one point, they just start like passing around cookies. He's like, "See, it wasn't so bad." He's like, "That was anticlimactic." It's like
yeah,
totally
that's
boring.
literally that's literally how their services go. Like the regular Satanist services, they just really just chill. Like it's nothing crazy, but they do acknowledge just like how there's hardcore like the hardcore Catholic side of like Christianity, that side of religion.
Mhm.
There's the evil side of that shit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
everything needs a
yeah,
balance.
yeah, there's the evil side of that shit. So
Defines needs. I don't know if it needs it.
You need a balance, man.
listen,
I just
but
work here,
needless
bro.
to say, Ed would go to the service, and it's an extreme one, and he would be like, "I decided to not talk to her," and I'm like, "Thank you," because
You
that
know,
sounds
uh,
extreme as fuck.
I never bring this up, but this has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with like
Okay.
the bitches thing.
Oh, I swear to God, I
Okay.
thought you were gonna
Okay.
say Blanca was that. I was like,
Was that a red flag?
yeah, kind of, a little
Can you
bit,
guys tell me if
yeah,
this was a red flag?
a little bit, just a little bit higher than the two
You know,
kids.
I I was when I was over at my sister's for like those 2 weeks or whatever.
Hmm.
We were talking, and I forgot how it got brought up, but she was I think she was talking to our sister, and they were talking about like, oh yeah, because she was talking about her knitting or not her knitting, her like sewing like club friends and everything, and like Jesse was there, Javon's dad, and
Yeah.
like I think yeah, Jesse took her to there, and they brought up
Yeah.
like they're like, oh, who's that and everything, and they're like, oh, that's my son's dad, like blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, so this isn't the same guy that picked you up that one other time. She was like, no, that was my brother, and she was like, oh well, like when is he coming? Like, is he and like where's he at? Like, is he single and everything?
Wow, she's trying to be part of the family.
And then what you call it? Also, when I used to like take my sister to work, that she does at the old people
Excelsior.
home. No, at the
Oh,
old
that
people
one.
home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh,
I
I
don't
you know
like where
I
this is going.
I'd be around and everything, and then like what was it? I think it was like Mother's Day or something. It was that event.
Oh,
So we
shit.
like cooked food and hung around and whatnot and played some games. And like old lady, she like just came up to me. Like she wasn't old. She was probably like maybe in her 50s. And she came up to me and was
Mm.
like, "Do you have a girl?" And I said, "No, no, ma'am, I don't." And she was like, "Do you want one?" And I was like, I'm not really looking right now. She was like, "Oh, okay," because like I don't my stuff is paid for and everything, and you'll always have a bed to stay sleep in with me.
Damn.
Oh Lord, I swear to God, I thought she was gonna because most of our old ladies say they usually have like a granddaughter or something
Yeah.
they're trying
That's
to
what
hook
I
you
was
up with.
expecting too. That yeah, uh-huh. I was like, you know what? If it's that type of thing, then sure. I won't mind. Maybe their granddaughter's nice, or whatever, like niece, anything, someone around my age. But she was like, yeah, no, you have like you can be with me. everything, all my stuff is paid for. You know, like your sister handles that, so you know I ain't got to worry about
Oh.
that. You ain't got to worry about no bills. So she was like, yeah, so you can be with me. And yes, that was a thing. It just popped in my head because since we were talking about me apparently pulling.
No, damn. That
No, you.
reminds me of like my brother's wedding. Like that day will forever live in infamy in my life.
Damn. And that's a story for next time.
I was gonna say, now you're definitely trying to get us to end.
I do.
Yeah,
I need this thing.
because I'm like a yeah. That story is kind of it's kind of long.
Yeah, one, I've already gotten calls like while we were doing this. And
Oh, so you're rushing us because of that bitch?
no, I'm rushing us because it's 2 hours. And who, any of you want to volunteer to edit it?
No.
So
All right
who's
then.
calling you? Who's calling you?
Sarah, who else?
So the bitch. All right,
So it's
okay.
a
So
bitch.
that's
So
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just a bitch. It's
I
the
don't want to
bitch.
hear it from any one of you fuckers.
Whoa, why is it gotta be all that?
Now we're fuckers. He's got a bad for her, man.
Ah,
Wow.
yeah, man. Look at him defending his fair maiden. It's adorable.
I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I'll just stop talking about them completely. And then everybody will be like, oh, what happened? Like, I stopped talking about a girl, and y'all are like, oh, what happened? Or at least Derek is. It's like, oh, what's going on with so and so and so? It's like, why do you care, Derek? It don't
Yeah,
matter.
but you have to remember, I wasn't the guy who was creating a narrative about you and Naomi fucking. Like I was just like, I'm so glad that he's got a friend and
You
he's
went along
happy.
with it.
I went along with it because I'm
Yeah,
here.
It's funny. It's
you're,
funny.
you're
It's funny.
you went along with it, so you're
It's
part of the problem.
funny.
You're part of the problem.
Part of the.
You're definitely
No,
not part of the solution, Derek.
I wouldn't go that far.
You definitely are not
It's
part of the
funny.
solution. But yeah, so thanks
But
everybody for watching.
okay, yeah.
We'll catch you later, and everybody have a nice time. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
All right,
Oh,
everybody. Hope everyone has
can we? Quincy's new catchphrase. Quincy's new
Nah,
catchphrase.
nah, nah. My catchphrase is the same. Big jiggly black titties. So I'll see y'all later.
Big jiggly black kids.
I hate it
That I
here.
feel like that makes me sound terrible.